Hello and welcome to the conclusion of our three-part tribute to George Romero. Tonight we will be watching and discussing Rambo Raff's favorite dead movie from Romero.
Oh, yeah.
As selected by you in Sausage Factory Nation, Night of the Living Dead.
It's your fault. It's viewers' fault.
I'm your moderator, Pizzal. Joining me tonight, I've got, of course, the great Rambo Raff. How you doing, Rambo?
Doing good. I actually found a copy because I forgot that it was part of this free. It was free in this book. This book I bought long ago. That's how it has a bonus Night of the Living Dead DVD on the back of it. So if you buy this horror movie book from Horror Movie Freak, you did Night of the Living Dead for free as a bonus. I forgot that.
I have that exact same book, and yes, it did come with that DVD. So,
like you needed another copy.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Also with me tonight is the Professor B Movie Mike. Mike, how are you doing?
What's up, guys? I'm doing great. I'll be watching a YouTube version of the movie since it's just to have it in another window. It's just that much simpler.
Shout out to everybody, and thanks for Jay for recommending this to me. It's on Amazon Prime. Probably, I know it's on America, but I'm pretty sure it's in Canada too, on both. So,
well, there is I'm not sure if it's the one that you're watching, Mike, or not, but there is a pristine cut of Night of the Living Dead on YouTube that I saw not long ago. Like perfect, like better than the new Blu-ray that I got. It's really good quality.
Yeah, this is the version I watched getting ready for the first Romero show, and it's a good version. I mean,
it's better than
there's not that many great versions of it out there, so
that one was one of the better ones I've ever seen.
I don't want to give away the channel name, but yeah, the one I'm watching on YouTube is a good version. So if you can find it.
Yeah, which you should be able. Anybody who wants to watch it should be able to find it out there. It is public domain. It is everywhere. There are literally hundreds.
You could type that shit backwards into Google and it would come up.
Yes. Also with me tonight is Cole. How you doing, Cole?
Very well. The originator of the zombie apocalypse, and I own this in 3 different collections. The collection I'm watching it from is called Classic Drive-In Movies Volume 2.
Nice.
And this is on disc 2. This collection also includes The Brain That Wouldn't Die, the Hammer film Count Dracula and His Vampire Brides, The Terror That Came From Beyond Space, God's Gun, Drive-In Massacre, which is so horrible I had to turn it off after about 5 minutes, and Slave of the Cannibal God, starring Ursula Andress. So it's a pretty neat little collection I got years ago and stuff. This is the 60s and 70s version. But yeah, I own it. I have 3 different versions, collections that have Night of the Living Dead, but this is the one I picked up for this.
Nice, very nice. Well,
nice. It has like a neat little history of the drive-in on one of the discs. It's a little tiny documentary and stuff, and you can watch like old shitty like cartoons like the Betty Boop and stuff beforehand. This one has a nice like totally racist Betty Boop cartoon where she like goes to like an Indian reservation. You can imagine.
Interesting.
Oh,
wow. Well, let me ask you and Rahu, who's also with us tonight. You guys recently had your Canadian Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving up there in the Great White North?
A lot of turkey for me, which was great.
I did nothing. No family, no food. I didn't know. The only thing I did was not even the day of, but like the day before, I watched like the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving on TV. That's about it. I did not. It's not one of the better ones anyway. It's kind of full of filler, which is saying something that's only like 21 minutes. It's only like 21 minutes long, and it still has like 6 minutes of just filler. But and it's from 1973, I think, or something like that. And it has one of the voices of Charlie Brown that I can't stand. It's one of the bad voices of the many, many voices he's had over the years. I couldn't stand that one. But yeah, I did nothing. I didn't have any visitors or family or turkey or anything. I think I had frozen pizza. But
what about what kind of pizza? I know Orc's dying to know. What kind of pizza are we talking about here?
I think this one was a Delissio. This was a Delissio sort of pizzeria style with a thinner crust, because I prefer thin crust.
I think that's DiGiorno in the States. Is it?
Yeah, it might be
Did you
DiGiorno.
call it DiGiorno? What'd you call it? You call
DiGiorno.
like a French spin on it. It must be something.
No, you said
Canadian thing.
Delicio.
Delicio is what it is.
Delicio.
Yeah, it's called Delicio in Canada.
Delicio.
I think it's the same thing though.
Why? Why change the name? That's so stupid.
Did they
I
have to
don't
make
know.
it like more French
No
because there's
idea.
so many Italians here and like America? Is that why they changed the name?
I don't know. It sounds more.
Well, it's
We
not
hate-
delivery.
It's
Yeah, see, I remember those
Delicio.
commercials. I remember those commercials. It's not delivery.
It's not delivery. It's Delicio. I
But
guess.
did it have the cheesy
It doesn't have the
crust?
same ring to it, does it?
Did it have the cheesy crust which makes you want to puke after you eat it all?
No, this was very simple style.
Okay, old school. I
I
respect
also have
that.
the rising crust. I hate rising crust because I don't like thick. I like thin.
Okay.
I bet you do.
Very nice. Very nice. What about you, Ryo? How was your Thanksgiving?
That was good. We usually have my wife's family in town. We pack the house with everybody, and we have a big turkey dinner, and we do like a big pumpkin carving contest,
Oh,
which is usually pretty fun. And the day before, we actually went down to like a farm kind of orchard down in the valley from here, and we went and did like apple picking and picked other pumpkins, and we had a pretty good weekend. I thought I made the best pumpkin, but I don't think I won. Just bullshit. I did two faces, pretty awesome, but whatever.
I really wanted to get pumpkins the other day. They had 2 for $5 at Walmart the other day. Pumpkins.
That's pretty good. We paid
Ryo's
like
still salty as
$4
fuck,
each.
you
I
know.
think.
I haven't actually gotten a pumpkin for years because they're messy as hell, and I usually cut myself.
it's so fucking hot, man. They like rot after like a few days now.
It's getting cooler here.
It
now.
finally
Is it
cooled
so?
off here
Is it
after
It just cooled off though, like on
Super-
Thanksgiving Day. It was
super
like 27.
It's super warm Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a couple of fires too, but it was pretty warm. It was pretty gross. Yeah.
That's good. Well, Rahu, how have you been? How was your summer? This is your first show of season 6. Let's play some catch up. How's it going with you?
Yeah. Every day is a gift. I'm alive. It's been a pretty rough couple of weeks with work and stuff like that. So cheers to the nation.
Very nice. What are we drinking tonight, Rahu?
That was whiskey.
Okay.
I've got Tankenstein IPA. I'm assuming it's some kind of like Halloween beer or something. But maybe that's the taste right now. I need a drink. Holy shit.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
It's good.
You a big IPA fan?
I'm getting more into them. I wasn't into hoppy beers for a long time, but I'm just starting to kind of turn around on that one. This one's pretty strong, but it's not very hoppy. Kinda
Cool,
weird.
cool. Well, how was your summer? What was your favorite movie of the summer?
Oh god. I don't know if I had a favorite movie of the summer. I only got to see like 2 of the summer movies that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'm just
did
trying
you
to
see
decide
it?
if it was Guardians or Spider-Man. I did see it with Cole and really enjoyed that. Very happy with that. I actually went into it and didn't know that it was just the kids.
Oh,
So I'm like watching it. That's kind of odd. They haven't really switched yet or anything. Okay,
I got 3
you know.
hours here.
Yeah, and then and then eventually just kind of thought, okay, well they're just doing the kids part, and then of course they do the thing. At the end, part 2 coming soon. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So anyway, the kids part's always been my favorite part, and I was most looking forward to that portion of it anyway. So I don't even know. Like I'm kind of interested in how well they'll do the adult part, but I was very happy with it. Yeah,
good.
very much enjoyed it.
Well, good to have you back. Good to see your beautiful face. There you go.
Bask.
Bask.
I'm watching a crappy. I'm watching a crappy version of this movie too. I had it in like a 12-pack of like movies. It was on a disc with the brain that wouldn't die as well, and I'm considering switching to this YouTube one because it looks way better. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm gonna run it.
We're basking in the raw glory tonight. So there we go.
Drink it in, kids. Drink it in.
Also with me tonight's Jay the Stingray. What's up with you, Stingray?
What's up, guys? Trying to
What
get a
we
little bit of energy tonight. This is some pussy breakfast blend.
You should hit it up with some pumpkin spice
Oh,
Baileys. Join us.
How was your birthday, dude?
Oh, that's right, Stingray. Your birthday was just the other day. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you. It was very much like every other day. Lots of
Nothing.
bullshit. Nothing really in particular that's special.
No cake and ice cream. No gifts. Nothing.
Fan-fucking-tastic, what you're saying.
No, my parents gave me a check. That was about it.
Nice. How many zeros? 5, 6?
that was one in there.
Okay. Nice. Well, hey.
What are you gonna do?
It's the thought that counts.
Did you get a pizza?
One
Did
day,
you get a DiGiorno?
one day closer to death, I guess.
There you go. And of course, with us tonight, the man that words cannot describe, the minister of memes, the dank doctor, the doctor of dank.
The Duke of Dank.
There we are. The
Duke
Duke
of
of
Dank.
Dank. Or
Dr.
David-
Dankenstein.
Dankenstein.
The Duke of Dank, number 1.
Orc was in rare form last week. He was dabbing. He was wild last week.
Dabbing? Oh.
Yeah. I think his medication's been increased or something because he's been awfully.
Oh, I'm on that.
It was
Well,
freestyling,
Let's
profiling,
just say I went to a big city the other day
took
and
the trip to
got
Magic
some-
Mountain.
got some meds prescribed, and I'm on that Rush Limbaugh shit. So I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna
He's
cut
on that
everybody
propofol.
off and just start like just fucking raging and shit.
He's on that drug called Ric Flair.
That drug is
Coke,
called booze.
They give you Coke for pain now? Holy shit. Times
Well,
are changing.
Well, Ric Flair claims to have slept with over 10,000 women, and I'm thinking there's no way he remembers 10 of them, let alone 10,000. Come on. But anyway, Orc, how are you? You do have a health update for us tonight, do you not?
Yeah, I think I should be having the big surgery in November, and then hopefully by Christmas or New Year's Day I'll be healed, so I can stop talking about this shit, and I could actually sit down and like marathon a whole TV show with like one piss break. So that would be nice, just like not having pain. But everybody's got their own shit to deal with, so it sucks that it happened to me, but it gives you like I'm not in a body cast like shitting and pissing like in a hospital bed. So there's always somebody who has it worse is the thing I'm trying to say. But it's good news, and Friday the 13th tomorrow, and it's October. We're midway through, so it's how could you hate it, right?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, your birthday gift this year will be the ability to sit again.
Yeah. See, well, I did power through and see it, but it was like left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek, and I was like, I can't feel my spine. This sucks a lot.
Well, hopefully you're on the this is the last stretch on the road to recovery, and you will
hopefully.
be fully healed. So,
Orcs think advice for the weekend. Unless you're having absolute emergency, don't see a average doctor. Get in line for the specialist. That's what you need. That's the meme right there. Even if it might take months, worth it.
okay. There you go. I've had several people ask me about Friday the 13th since it's October. We have Halloween this month, of course, and we have a Friday the 13th, which is actually tomorrow. We really hadn't planned on doing anything for Friday the 13th since, of course, this is the Halloween month, and we always go all out with horror for this month, and we've had, a couple of tragic, passings in the horror community with George Romero and, of course, Tobe Hooper. We wanted to dedicate this entire month basically to those two guys. And so we're probably not going to be doing anything tomorrow for Friday the 13th. It almost seems sinful for us to do anything Friday the 13th related, at least Friday the 13th movie related, and not have Peter Bracke along as well. So since he's been with us for virtually everything Friday the 13th we've ever done since season 2. So, but there is another Friday the 13th coming up in, I think, April next year. And next year marks the 35th anniversary of Friday the 13th, Part 7. So, just saying that that's probably what we'll be doing around that time, hopefully with Peter Brackey. So, but yeah, I've had several people ask if we're going to do anything Friday the 13th related or do anything on Friday the 13th, and the answer is probably going to be no. So,
did you say 35th? I thought it was 30th.
30th.
For part, I think I did say
Part
35th. You're right. It's 30th. Yeah, 30th. I'm sorry.
I thought I was hearing things. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't insane.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah. But yeah, tonight you guys voted for it. We left it in your all's hands whether or not you wanted us to discuss night, dawn, or day Romero's one of Romero's big 3 zombie films, and you guys voted hands down for us to watch Night of the Living Dead. And I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that it was Rambo's least favorite of Romero's big 3. You guys just really wanted to watch us discuss Night of the Living Dead. So,
assholes. Assholes.
But yeah, so why don't we go ahead? Let's give everybody just a minute or two to get their own copy of Night of the Living Dead queued up if they want to watch along with us. And I'll ask you guys in the meantime, what are your plans for Friday the 13th? Any marathons or any fun stuff? Go ahead.
I hope I don't pass out before 9 o'clock. I would like to play some of the game. I think I might try to play some Friday the 13th game. It's been a while since I got to play it. A lot of updates have come out. I have it on Xbox One, so it's kind of been rife with issues since its launch. So anyway, that's all been fixed. There's been some updates and DLC and stuff like that. So I think I might try to kick back and play that for a little while tomorrow. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I would like to try the mini maps out and stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, they're live now. They put them live.
They out of the blue, like today, was it, or
it was last night actually?
Today, last night, yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping to kick back and do that for a little bit tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna watch a movie. I'd probably end up watching one, but you know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is. What about you, Mike? Any plans for Friday the 13th?
I'll be working, so I don't know. By the time I get home, it'll be over. I might try to sneak in a movie tonight after this show. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of which one I want to watch. I'm leaning toward Part 2. I know that's a classic one for me. Part 3 as well, or 4. It's one of those 3. I just haven't figured out which one it's going to be.
Okay. Well, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the above, to be honest. So, what about you, Stingray? Plans for tomorrow?
I'll probably hop on the game, and probably after a few times of the host quitting early, I'll probably give that up as well.
Okay. Well, those dedicated servers are allegedly on the way. When they arrive, I don't know. Exactly. Coming soon. Yeah. What about you, Rambo? Plans for tomorrow night?
No, I never really do anything on Friday the 13th, so same shit, different day.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'll watch Jason Goes to Hell because everyone hates it and I love it, so fuck it.
Okay.
I don't know. Seriously, probably just a normal day. I don't know if. Yeah, I'll probably. Yeah. Didn't really think of it. I never really think of Friday the 13th as a day to do something. I don't know, I guess. I don't know why.
Okay. Fair enough. What about you, Oric or Cole?
Just gonna stay the course for October, really. October, I've just been, watching horror and thrillers and stuff and saving the big ones for towards the end of the month. So I'm still in the mid-tier range of like the lesser stuff. So probably just keep doing that. I'll eventually get to some of the Friday the 13th, I assume, although I don't actually own any of them. but I'm still a few days away from that, so probably just some more less celebrated horror tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay. What about you, Orc?
I'm gonna probably watch one, maybe two movies, and then play the new patch. I played some of it already. I like the improvements they made. The game will physically come out on Xbox One and PS4 tomorrow, so I'm hoping a bunch of newbies buy it. There'll be more 12-year-olds screaming in my ear, leaving and rage quitting. So that'll be fun. You'll probably be killing them as Jason. But I look forward to. I'm gonna split it up, and then get a nice get some rest, and then just meme it up Friday the 13th, all day and all night.
There you go.
Man,
I
these
did.
fucking small maps.
I haven't tried those.
Sorry to cut you off, man. They suck so bad.
I actually prefer them because they make the game go quicker. But
If you're Jason, yeah.
I did jump on last night for the first time in probably a month and a half. It's been a long time, and I played with the new Part 4 Jason, and his kills are pretty good. I played on the Jarvis map, and to me it felt really small and really cluttered. And I played with that new the stoner guy from Part 3, and he sucks. Nobody will be using him after this week because he absolutely sucks. He sucks. He's slow.
He smokes weed though. Ha ha ha! It's funny.
His repair is good. Everything else sucks.
Why would his repair be good? He's a stoner.
No,
He's the skinny La Chapa, dude.
It's to be like his ability to eat Doritos.
With
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
characters to pick, they picked the stoner from Part 3.
Exactly. No clue why they went with him. No clue. But
Oh, that's like
Stoner
a
from Part 3.
top characters.
He's my favorite. Shut the fuck up, Rambo. He's my favorite character. Why do you have to do like that?
Oh,
Oh, man.
Sean Wannabe is your
I want the chick in the wheelchair is who I want.
You mean the dude in the wheelchair?
Isn't there a chick eating the bananas in the wheelchair?
No,
She's not in a
dude, she's just
wheelchair.
sitting on the side of the road.
No, yeah, she's
Oh,
inside.
she needs to be in a wheelchair.
You don't think she's the bananas, what you're saying.
You have a really odd, specific fantasy
Well-
there.
wheelchair.
Handicapped girl eating bananas.
You nailed it, brother.
I'm pretty sure you can probably find a video for that if you Google it.
Jay search history, we know what that contains now. Wheelchair chick, sexy.
Yeah.
We don't discriminate, though.
I didn't know what porn I'm looking for tonight.
So you see what you did? You made Riley leave.
You made Riley leave.
He's got a thing for the differently abled, huh? Interesting.
You don't want
Let
to
me-
temporary wheelchairs, Jay.
Oh man,
Wheelchairs and
Going to burn
bananas and
with you, right?
tailpipes.
Oh man, I love that.
That's how Jay role plays. Hey, honey, can you get in this wheelchair real quick?
Use these crutches.
Let me give a shout out to some people who are watching with us tonight. Hello, Joe Purdue watching with us tonight. My buddy Stone Gassman, Movie Man 95, Chris Wynn, how you doing, buddy? Claire's watching with us tonight. Hello, Claire. Donnie Aldridge is watching with us tonight as well. Got a couple of people in the chat asking what happened to B Junior. B Junior, B Junior
It's
is
a long time.
yeah. B Junior's out there living life, man. He's married. He's got grandkids. He's too busy to do anything other than, So I mean, he seems to be having. If you follow him on Facebook, exactly. If you follow him on Facebook, he's having a good time. So, but yeah, we miss him. Chris Wynn wants to know about Never Hike Alone. Never Hike Alone, the Friday the 13th fan film, will be out tomorrow. Search on YouTube Womp Stomp Films and subscribe to them. They're going to take it live tomorrow. I saw it last night. It's really freaking good. I really liked it a lot. Let's see. Chris wants to know our thoughts on the Last Jedi trailer. Mike, I know you were stoked for it. What's your thoughts on the Last Jedi trailer, the new one?
Oh, nice.
I'll have to say the reaction video you put up with Jeremy was, if it makes people happy, then that's cool. And it seemed to make him really, really happy. So I'm not going to shit on something that makes people happy, right? But for me, it looks like more of the same. I have no expectations for this movie, so it can't really do anything that would disappoint me more than what's already been done in the past couple of years, I guess. I don't know. It looks like more of the same. But the video with Jeremy was awesome. I like that.
Well, the thing that makes him happy, if you watch the video, the moments the bad guys are on the screen, the moments Kylo Ren's on the screen, or like they show Snoke, that's when he's happiest. He likes the bad guys. He likes villains. So he's all about the bad guys, all about the bad guys, the bad girls. You ask him who his favorite character is in a movie, it's always the bad guy. So he's all about them bad guys. And he's going to be Kylo Ren for Halloween this year. So, I mean, it it makes sense.
That's cool.
Anybody else see the new Last Jedi trailer?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I mean,
I'm going to try to avoid it.
I mostly liked, the other one. I mean, I understand there was a lot of retreading. They should have been more original, and they were just kind of doing too much retreading. It was so much like A New Hope in a lot of ways, but I don't know. I feel like this one has a chance to finally break away and maybe do something different. Anyway.
Yeah, I hope so.
It looks like it has a lot of different plot threads going on, which is kind of cool because you get the guy that used to be the stormtrooper. He seems to have his own.
John Boyega.
He seems to have his own sort of thread going on. I mean, my biggest problem with the new stuff is like this whole First Order thing is just kind of weak, right? It's like, it's just like a bunch of Empire wannabes. Like, really, that's the best you could do. It's just like it's like the Empire, but not. Like, I don't know. That world has so much variety and stuff. They could have done something more different. Instead, they're just like, it's like Empire 2.0. I think that's kind of boring. But
yeah.
Didn't Mark Hamill come out and say, like, don't watch the trailer because it's whatever's in it's not going to be in the movie?
Oh, is that right? We'll see. I heard.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing Mark Hamill. I really am.
We'll see. The rumor. The rumor is that they edited the trailer to make it look like it's spoilery, but it's really not. Like they're trying to trick us to make us think one thing's going to happen and it's not. That's kind of
right.
So
I know it kind of tried to make it look like Kylo Ren was going to take out Princess Leia at one point.
Yeah,
like maybe that was part of his final transition or something.
I think he'll probably try and fail. I bet is what's going to happen if I had to guess.
Oh, did she shoot all that stuff before she passed away?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't realize she was in it.
Yeah, she finished this one, but didn't get started on the next one though. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. The new characters are just. Maybe I'm so attached to the original characters that no new characters that they ever create will ever live up to it. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. I have to, at least think that's possible. Maybe it's me, but there's Poe and all these other guys, I don't know. They're just. It feels like
if it was Cameron Poe from
and I do agree with this makeshift wannabe Empire bullshit and Kylo Ren and all this. I don't know. There's just something missing. I don't know what it is.
Well, maybe the Last Jedi will change your mind. Maybe they'll.
I'm gonna go see it. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's dive into. Let's take a step back into 1968. And
I think Raiho was going to try to come back. He's having some technical difficulties at the moment.
Okay.
Are we going to start now? We should start now.
We can give Raiho a couple of more minutes. I'd hate to get things started without Raiho. Yeah, he said his computer overheated. Well, let me ask everybody out there in Sausage Factory Nation, what are your plans for tomorrow, for Friday the 13th? Do you do any kind of movie marathons, any fun stuff like that? Stingray, are you planning on doing any conventions anytime in the near future?
Yeah, we've got one planned in February, I believe. It's back in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay, which one is it?
It's Pensacon.
Okay.
I can't even remember who all was going to be there. I think it's it's going to be Stephen Jeffries, Tom Holland.
Okay, Fright Night Reunion?
Fright Night, yeah. I couldn't think of the name of the movie. So that'll be cool.
Okay. You should come up to Ohio for Horror Hound next month.
Oh, I'd love to, man.
Friday the 13th Part 5 reunion. The Caldwell brothers are going to be there. Eric Friedman is making his very first convention appearance. Okay? Big deal. Big deal. And he will be signing garbage cans, I promise. Okay? I've got the inside scoop. Eric Friedman will have garbage cans at this show. Ryo's back.
The year of Raiho continues. That's just say. Holy fuck.
Have you seen the Last Jedi trailer?
You know what? I broke. I fucking watched it.
Okay, you thoughts?
I wasn't going to. I got a lot of like.
What the fuck?
Everyone on Twitter said don't do it. Anyway, there was nothing to see anyway, so I don't even know what it fucking mattered. I really got nothing out of it. I felt like I was no. I'm not gonna do another one. That was my last one because I gotta stop. But
okay.
You know, I don't know. A little bit of Snoke in there, which is cool. I'm very interested to see what happens with him in the next movie. Other than that, I don't know. Like it didn't show me much more. I guess DJ Donnelly on Twitter was like, it's just more of Rey with a lightsaber, and it's basically what it was. So he was spot on. Yeah, I'm gonna try and stop now because I gotta go fucking radio silence before that movie.
Okay, understandable. Understandable. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the live commentary. We'll count down from 5, and we'll press play, and we will be transported back to 1968 and to the beginning of the zombie apocalypse, the movie that changed it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We really don't need to worry about volumes because this is public domain, so we can. We should have set up a screen where we can broadcast.
Actually, put it on. Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I had captions up before, but I can't seem to find them now.
Pennsylvania.
And now, what was the original? What was the original title for the movie that caused all this copyright stuff?
Night of the Flesh Eaters.
Night of the Flesh Eaters. Yes.
There's our title. Night of the Living Dead. Great font.
Yep. Great font.
2 great fonts.
John Russo, George Romero. I guess Pennsylvania sounds good because it's like Transylvania, but the American version.
Nice. Well done. I
Well,
appreciate you guys waiting for me. I thought I was just going to hop in.
Pennsylvania.
Did anyone ever? Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like we should have some like cheesy guy in between them going, tonight on Schiller Theater. That'd be great.
Joe Bob Briggs. There's no titties, no blood.
I still never got this guy. We never got to do that shit up here. Hard man. Huh.
All the music's just like pulled from like other movies, isn't it? They just took it from the soundtrack of like older movies.
That was like a sci-fi movie or something.
Someone shot the shit out of the cemetery entrance. Just
They did.
fucking
They did.
Yeah.
bullet holes everywhere.
They hold a lot of shots, for sure. A lot of long.
No, I was just going to ask if anyone's sort of the sequel to this, the one called Flesh Eater, the one that has the zombie here who's in it. He's like in it. He's like one of the stars of the movie, the zombie, the first one we see.
Was that
Was it
a
actually?
John Russo production?
I'm not sure. I've seen the trailer. I haven't seen the movie.
So it's actually a feature film, like it's not like an indie thing?
Yeah, it's a feature film, and the guy who plays the zombie here, he's like
Okay.
one of the main star zombie of it.
Oh yeah, Bill Heinzman.
Yeah, he's
Heinz-
the lead
yeah.
zombie. It's supposed to be like his character from the apparently. It's called Flesh Eater.
Cool.
From I think the 80s.
Characters are siblings.
Got Jay's tie on.
And that dude is Russell Streiner. He was the one of the producers of the movie.
Russell W. Strider.
There you go.
He went on to be in a bunch of Romero films.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Rambo's favorite character, Barbara.
Movie from the time is
Yeah.
like ignoring
Oh, yeah.
like, what's on the radio. And all these
Well, I think-
horror movies from the 50s and 60s, there's always like radio broadcasts that people ignore. That's like, oh, there's been a strange meteor sighted in the area, and military officials say, and they're like, boring, and then they turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click.
That has nothing.
TV.
Totally, that has nothing to do with any of us.
They'd have a TV spot and there'd be an anchor up there talking away, and they were like, click.
That's what I like about Shaun of the Dead, because like the first few minutes of Shaun of the Dead is just full of stuff like that he should have noticed that he completely ignores.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including, like,
that'd be a good movie to watch this time of year.
That
I
would
love
be.
That would be a good one. That would be a good
You got red on you.
one.
Well, Bill Heinzman, who plays the zombie here in the beginning, he's like a cinematographer. He shot a bunch of stuff.
Nice. Yeah, this is definitely one of the movies that I prefer the remake. I love the 1990.
So do I.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, Jay, my favorite character. You're funny.
I don't know. I like the remake, but I can't say that I prefer it.
no, I can't purr it either. I like it. It tries to go a little too far, I think, in some respects. I
It's a
still
little
like
too
it. though.
cartoony and fakeish.
She scares me in the remake.
She's so intense. It's kind of
Yeah.
Badass, that's why.
it takes me out of it a little bit.
It's
Okay.
too much of a change. I
I
know there
love
was a
her.
change needed, but it was too much.
Patricia Tolman with the
See,
gun.
I had no love for this one. So I think I probably saw it in 1990 before I ever saw
There he
this
is.
for sure. So it's like,
My favorite quote of her in the remake is, "Let's get some of this damn shit done."
I love he's putting on the driving gloves now. Like he's gonna kill his sister.
But it's like at the beginning, though, she's kind of like this character, and by the end, she's Sarah Connor in T2.
Yeah,
what I loved about it.
All in the span of like 24 hours. It just seems like a bit much.
Yeah.
Well, he put on the driving gloves, so later when he pops up again, they focus on the driving gloves to let you know, oh, this is that dude.
Okay. Pocket protector.
Great shooter. Look at his pens.
2 pens, just in case
So I was gonna back
myself and someone else have to sign something simultaneously.
To write something on your dead body after I choked you with writing gloves.
Oh, here we go.
We talked right over the line. I guess we suck. But whatever.
That's a pretty big guy.
Oh,
There's one now.
That's right, smart ass. He is a goddamn zombie.
you're prophetic. He has
Like a
no
guy
idea.
who's making a face.
Fucking with a caretaker or something.
A Titanic struggle.
Man, this is a regular WWF match. Fuck, say.
Did John Woo shoot this?
Yeah. There's not enough dubs. Couldn't be
That's a
woo.
Oh, I lightly bumped my head.
That's a Michael Bay shot right there.
I was waiting for someone to get power bombed.
Diesel style.
See, it's unclear what the zombies want at this point because he's not eating him.
No.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. So
They do eat
Between-
them later, though.
this movie and we'll say Dawn, at some point zombies really got established because here you kind of refer to them as ghouls. They don't really follow the same rules. But then when he did Dawn, he totally adopted that. So who really like made up a zombie movie? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's kind of like tough to tell.
Well, the idea of like being bitten and infected is not in this movie.
at
You
all.
only turn
That's
into
the
a
thing.
zombie if you die.
If you
However
die.
you die, you come back as a zombie. Is what's happening
Yeah.
here. Meaning you could just like you did fall and hit your head. Look, he's using tools and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's sometime between this movie and when he did Dawn. Somebody else really kind of, in a way, twisted it and wrote the rules, and then he came in and kind of kept running with it in a way.
Well, what other movie? What movie came between Night and Dawn that featured those elements?
That's
Were
what
there
I'm wondering. Yeah, I'm asking the crew because I don't know.
Think of.
It was Return that did the whole brains thing, right?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, brains
Which
thing,
is
yeah.
hilarious that endured for whatever
I
reason.
mean, I guarantee if you ask like the general public, they would all think zombies eat brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
They do it
I
in
think
that Simpsons Treehouse of Horror too.
Yeah, I think The Simpsons helped perpetuate that too.
Brains.
That's one of my
That's another
favorite
good thing
scenes.
to watch.
My mistake.
They tap his head. Nah, brains.
Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow for Friday the 13th is just machine gun
Now you
all
get to
the
watch her
Simpsons
long list of like
Treehouse
mistakes.
of Horror.
Like, it's
Yeah,
one
those are
freaking
great.
zombie. It's not a horde. It's one zombie on his own. You could easily outdistance him, but no, I better hide in this house. It would be just so easy to outdistance him. Look at his speed.
Yeah, but
She could just go for a light
how much
jog,
can Barbara
And
fuck
she
up?
could be like running into town. But no,
Because her
I'll put
character's
myself in this house.
fucking moron.
Yeah. The
But you
entire
get
film.
obstructed.
Like the wrong-
What would you do if you were in this situation?
I would just
Oh,
put distance between us. I would just get on the road and run. Period. Try to flag down a
I don't
car.
think I would have fucked up the car
It's
so bad.
one guy. You could easily, and he's not going fast.
You would just like put him in a triangle choke or something?
No, I
Yeah,
would run.
fucking A.
In the early days of the internet, those are the best forum posts. Okay, zombie breakout happens. What the fuck do you go? And then some guy would be like really upvoted and be like, "Man, I'd go to Costco or Sam's Club. I'd fucking stay in that bitch.
Yeah.
I'd get all the turkey and all the beer, and we wait it out." And then it's like, all right, cool. Page
Well,
number.
that's the best part of Night 90 at the very end when it's just a bunch of like good old boys rolling around in their trucks with fucking beer and guns and shit. It's
Oh
like,
man.
this is exactly what they would do.
Just saying. The
Uh,
situation distance is the easiest thing, and she doesn't go for it. She's just like, oh, I can't run. I better just go into this house and trap myself.
She can't run. She falls down every 10 feet.
yeah.
Rambo, what
I
fun
know, she
level?
falls
What,
down more than fucking Frodo.
Rambo, what level of fun are we having right now?
Oh, I dropped my sword.
Level what?
Level of fun are we having right now? 1 to 10. Rainbow scale.
We're just getting into the good stuff.
I
It's
got
like,
nothing.
They kind of He's not even playing your
it's like
games.
the house in Psycho.
He will not play your games.
Over under. Will Rambo break a 1 or 2?
What-
stays there.
What I'm
What? What are you
expecting,
talking about?
Ray, we're going to finish this movie, and Rambo's going to say, "I've changed my mind." I think this is a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed my
I
mind. I thought I hated more.
I
I
think
mean, I respect what it did. It's not for me.
Can you not disgrace George A. Romero, please, Rambo? Pretty
I
rude.
watched Dawn of the Dead. That's my favorite zombie film ever. Just
I'm going through the list of zombie films between
Ving Rhames is pretty
this
badass.
and Dawn because I just am interested.
yeah.
But Sleeping Corpses Lie happened in between, so maybe that was the one.
You
That's
have to
really-
admit, though, that this Dwayne Johnson guy is a hell of an actor.
Oh fucking A. Yeah,
Oh man, I smell what he's cooking.
yeah.
his eyebrow alone could kill 100 zombies. You know what I mean?
He cocks that shit and it's just like bam, bam, bam.
People's eyebrow.
Yeah.
Maybe go upstairs.
I'm talking a lot of smack, but like around Halloween, this is the shit I like to watch. Like black and white, hokey as fuck. Like anything that's on like Turner Classics at like 12.
I
Mhm.
think that's what does it for me with this is that its age and the black and white and the slow pace. It just reminds me of classic horror movies. I mean,
Yeah.
there weren't. I don't know if you could look back at a lot of the older ones. They're not. They're all cheap and quick and whatever. But there's a charm to them, and I think this movie does have that.
Ah, there's our hero.
Oh, it definitely has that.
Come with
I
me.
like this
You want
movie. I'm not trying to talk too much smack about it.
I am.
I do like this movie. I love that the musical cues and like this is like he made this on nothing, right?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
It's almost like for the rest of his career, they should have been like, we're giving you no money, and you have to shoot in black and white. Go.
They would have loved doing black and white for sure.
Dawn of the Dead, black and white would be pretty cool.
Nah, I would prefer color.
I like black.
No, I like black and white. I like The Thing from Another World from the 50s. I like Dry Frankenstein, just not this movie.
He wanted to do Martin in black and white.
Yeah, it would have been better, I think.
I think so too.
Just watched Martin the other day. Weird movie.
Man, Dwayne Johnson's aged well.
Yes.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
If they do another remake of this and they don't cast The Rock in this role, you're crazy.
This
Unforgivable.
is before he played for the Dolphins, though, right? Or the Hurricanes. The Miami Hurricanes.
The Canes, yeah.
I don't know what you guys talk about. I think Tony Todd's great in this.
Oh man, I love Tony
He's
Todd.
great.
He's the best.
Tony Todd is good at anything.
And Patricia Tallman there, she's great.
Oh man.
Version I'm watching.
Wow.
It's okay. Keep being a waste of nothing.
We should mention that it was a black lead. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shit.
68.
Like, he's such a badass. It's so cool. And that's what made it, Tony Todd's version, I love that version, of course. But
I like Dwayne Jones. He's good in it.
yeah, he's great.
I mean,
he's not as intense. He just seems like a normal guy that's trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he still makes
I don't-
mistakes and stuff.
He just has a clear head. Like, really.
Yeah.
Like,
Did he do anything after this?
yeah,
No.
he's got some credits, but I mean, not like anything,
I think he just
Memorable.
became an acting professor there
Yeah, that's what I
toward
was
the
gonna
end
say.
before he died.
Oh, okay.
died in 88.
Wow.
He did Ganja and Hess. I hope it's about the Ganja I'm thinking of. Losing Ground, Beat Street, Vampires, Negatives, Fright House, and To Die For, which would have been after he died. It was in 89.
Hmm.
So must get released. What's Vampires? 86. Oh, this looks like it's got Bela Lugosi on the cover, which I don't think he could actually be in.
It's a hell of a trick.
Yeah.
Oh, like light. I'm busted in the damn head.
we talked about the all the different walls that Romero broke down with this movie, as far as the creating the zombie subgenre. And Kat, this was the first time an African American person starred in a horror movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a trailblazing film in a number of respects.
Ooh.
And he is hands down the best actor in this movie.
They are fucking up your truck, bro.
Yeah, definitely the best actor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Why don't you lie down on the couch while I go take care of those two?
You stay there, I'm gonna sit on your face.
I do like this. He pretty quickly sized them up. He's like, I know I can mess them up.
Yeah.
So let's see. Would you guys go Ken Foray or Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Oh, come on, Ken Foray.
For me, Ken.
Yeah.
Ken Foray is awesome.
I don't know, man. When I was a kid, I always found this movie to be really creepy. Not scary, as
It
in
is,
jump
yeah.
scary,
I don't know about
but just building dread and creepiness. And the scene where he takes a tire iron and shoves it through the guy's forehead, and the other guy's coming in the back door. I don't know. It's effective.
There's John Russo right there.
This
I
is
agree
great
with you.
lighting too.
It's very creepy. It's very almost it's nightmarish because it's black and white. It's very apocalyptic, very just full of dread, and I dig that about it.
Yeah, I just love this style of movie. Like I watch all kinds of really shitty zombie movies. So I mean, I just love the, stuck in the house feel. I love the tension.
So you're saying there's one of those shitty zombie movies?
No,
Well, it spawned a lot of. Well, it
I
spawned.
feel like you have an agenda, right? That's good. That's a pretty
I
good.
mean, you wouldn't say it's shitty, would you? I mean, I understand you not liking it, but
No, I wouldn't say it's shitty. I mean, in all seriousness, I'm just not my cup of tea.
sure, I get that. I mean, it's not really something I'm going to throw on.
I just find it
that often
boring.
either. Yeah.
Not a fan of the music. The music just doesn't do it for me. It feels too. Like, if it's supposed to be creepy, the music just over the top to me and
Sure.
blaring. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah, I agree with all your criticisms of it.
But no, I wouldn't call it shitty. Like I said, I respect the film. It's just, in serious, it's just not my cup of tea. I saw all the stuff before this. So that's seeing Dawn, Day, the remake, Return of the Living Dead, and then seeing this, just, it didn't impress me. I mean, I respect what it did because it was 68. It's pretty early, but yeah,
You wouldn't have any of the other stuff without it.
exactly. But I can't really say I like it. Like, this character, I fucking hate this character, Judith O'Day. This character.
Yeah, she is frustrating. It's kind of like
It's like
wanted
one
to
of those
step-
shitty slasher films in the 80s where the woman's and just I'd be annoyed by her too.
It's one of the, and not to talk about Night 90 too much, but he had a black lead. It would have been cool if Romero went with a strong female character too, which is what Savini did. He had that character arc where she became like kind of a badass as it went. It would have been a nice touch. He just sits there and screams and annoys me the entire movie.
It seems realistic to me, though.
Yeah.
Annoying. You're annoyed by the stuff she does, but I just mean I've got it. It's kind of annoying when characters are too capable too. It's just like, wow, you're handling this awfully well. Like at least you can appreciate what she's been through. She just saw a dead man kill her brother in front of her.
Yeah, that's true. And there's a lot of realism in this movie. I mean, this guy is just fucking getting by. Like, look at him. He just accidentally killed one of them with the tire iron. Was like, fuck, I just stabbed him in the head. And then he's like, I got to do it again. He's lighting motherfuckers on fire. He's just like.
I like the music in some of it.
She's a little bit responsive there on and off, where he talks to her and tells her to do stuff, and she kind of does it. But yeah, she's in shock. It happens to people when they go through traumatic experiences. Some people it affects them more than others. Maybe she's an annoying person, and it just brought out the bad parts of her personality. But I think it's kind of realistic. And besides, if you have everybody yelling and being in charge, what are they going to do next? Run out into the lawn and Busta Rhymes all the zombies and shit? I mean, how much of a badass level do we need to ramp this up to?
I'll watch that movie. Trick or treat, motherfuckers.
Oh, fuck. I'm so glad they're going to pretend that didn't happen.
Nobody told you it was time to wake up? Is that what we're in for?
I'll watch that movie.
Everybody's Rambo and they have machine guns and shit. I mean, I don't know.
Simplify, motherfuckers.
For the universe that this film has created, I think it's appropriate as far as the characters go. And it goes to the human survival instinct. Do we hunker down and create a shelter for ourselves, or do we make a run for it? The fight or flight type syndrome. Do we stay and fight, or do we run? And then you go to the decision between Cooper and Jones' character. One guy wants to hide in the basement in the crawl space and lock himself in. The other guy's like, no, man, that'll be sealing us off from any possible escape. We have to at least keep our options open. But who ends up being right? I mean, so I don't know. The whole film is effective for me on that level.
I just felt it was overdone, even to the point when she's dying and she doesn't even try to really fight for her life. I'm like, at least let her try to fight for her own life. I understand she sees her brother, but...
Right, I always think that she saw her brother and that caused her to freeze and stop fighting. It just totally freaked her out.
Yeah.
Because she saw him get killed and now he's one of them and she just freezes. And
I'll be honest with you. I've met plenty of women that would be even less help than her.
Yeah.
She's trying. I mean, she's hammering shit. She's trying.
doing a shit job of it, but yeah, I mean,
Oh my God, there's like dead people everywhere and the world's ending. Let's go to Bloomingdale's.
that's when you forget about feminism. It's like, you're the man, do something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Jesus. All right. All that progress, though. You're the woman, grow your hair out.
Yeah, look at that wig. Shit's legit.
Got him.
Got him. Real talk.
Uh-oh.
But no, I really like how, when this film was, when it went to, I think the day they finished editing was the day Martin Luther King was shot, right?
They were driving it up to New York to see if anybody wanted to buy it. They had it in the trunk of their car, and they heard on the radio that he had been killed. Yeah.
I just think it's really interesting how, they don't really make a lot of mention of race in the movie.
They don't make any. I mean, he's just there, and he's just the lead. He's just the guy.
Yeah, which I like a lot, because I think even now there would be some of that, a movie that they made now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna let you tell me what to do, and all this
Yeah,
shit.
the Cooper is not like, you dark types can't tell me what to do. You know what I mean?
Which, let's be honest, that would be realistic. that would come up
Yeah.
the way it is.
Unfortunately, but you're probably right.
I mean, it would. I mean,
But I'm kind of glad he didn't go that way, though, because
Yeah.
But see, that's what I mean with the girl. That it's like sort of the switch where I understand being that way is realistic, or I guess, but I prefer not going that way.
But that's how I can believe what Romero said about casting him as the best guy for the job, because if that wasn't the case, they probably would have mentioned it.
Mm.
They would have played it up as part of the plot line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they didn't.
Right, me too.
But they kind of leave that open at the ending when he gets shot. It's like, why? So I
Right.
like the ambiguous nature of it. It's like you don't know.
It's perfect because you don't know.
Or maybe in a situation like that, when the world's gone batshit crazy, that stuff doesn't matter as much. So many different angles you could go with it.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you guys think about the ending?
I think
Why
they
do you
shot him because
think-
he's black.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you can. I guess you can go either way. I mean, honestly, I've always.
Who's going to question you, right? You're out there shooting zombies, and it's like a free shot, right? You could just go ahead and take the shot and say, "Oh well, I thought he was one of them," and not get in any trouble.
I've always just assumed that he thought it was another zombie because the guy goes, "There's another one right over there, hit him between the eyes." But these things, I'm sure, Romero played ignorant. He was like, I just cast the guy because he was the best actor, not because of his race. But I mean, he had to have. I mean, it's ridiculous to think he did not think he was doing something provocative with this casting.
He did after the fact because Jones wanted to change it because he was like, look, man, in the current condition, I can't be slapping a white woman and yelling at a white dude. That won't go over well with major audiences. And he's like, no, we're going to leave it the way it is. It's perfect. And I think that was kind of his way of rebelling, because anybody else probably would have changed it up a little bit. Like, yeah, you're right, we can't do that. But I think the ballsy move he made was not changing it, which is cool.
Yep.
Sometimes you just gotta slap a bitch,
Yeah,
Yeah,
when I was
Gotta keep that pimp hand strong, man.
Something more.
When I was a kid, the race aspect was way over my head. It didn't even cross my mind. I was just like, oh yeah, they killed him. And now I'm more leaning towards they don't care, white, black, whatever, or a zombie or not. They're just going to kill him regardless.
Yeah.
Because there's someone in there where we saw zombies, so kill him.
Yeah, they're having a good time. They're in the fields. They're shooting everything that moves. You know what I mean? Yeehaw!
Little bit different than the remake when they go into the house and actually have a conversation with a person before they shoot him in the face. Like nobody's going to notice.
I don't even remember that.
Who's the guy that played Cooper in the remake that was in
Tom
Henry?
Tolles.
Tom Tolles, yeah.
Yeah. He's a real piece of shit.
And that
Tom-
remake,
Tom-
yeah.
Tom Tolles was good at playing really
A real piece of shit. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
He passed,
he had it on lock. Yeah.
he passed away within the last year too, didn't he?
Seems
I was thinking he
Yeah, he did.
So R.I.P.
He
He's
passed
found
away.
a lot of movies that I enjoyed. But
Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ. Just take all your clothes off. Like, shit. Fucking bullshit. Shut the fuck up.
Why don't you just keep calm and shut the fuck up?
You tear me apart, Lisa.
He ran
I'm
very.
pretty sure I
cold.
would have smacked her well before he does.
no candy.
Oh crap! I forgot Tom Tolles was in the Halloween remake. Yep, he's in
Yeah.
there. I forgot about that. Oh, he plays a white supremacist in Miami Vice. I forgot about that.
That about sums up the.
I swear to God, Dwayne Johnson can take her and throw her ass out the windows. Head first.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe if I feed them, I'll get away.
Hands off the merchandise.
That'd be a great twist. Just throws her out. Shit. Run hills.
Oops.
And
I think she, I think
Oh.
she hit some PCP while we weren't looking or something. She's wigging out, man.
There's your equal
Yeah.
rights right there.
Tom Tolles actually passed away in 2015 at the age of 65.
It's too bad.
Working.
Oh, he's a working man. Well, I think him keeping busy drowns out the whining and him wanting to put his fist through her face. So
Well, it's great. They keep cutting to him, and he's just like,
Eventually, it gets to be too much.
yeah.
Oh, slap me, bitch.
Look at that thing. Come on, radio.
Oh, this is a stupid
They never turn
question.
it on like in the middle of a sentence.
How many actually listen to the radio anymore unless you're in a car? I actually said and listen to radio.
I
I
know.
listen to the
Nobody.
radio in the car. That's it.
Never. Not except if I'm in the car, but yeah. That's
Serious satellite radio. I listen to that.
Back in the day, it was a serious source of information.
Yeah.
Like a lot of houses didn't even have a TV.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the only reason why people listen to the radio nowadays is to find out the time and date of the next tractor pull.
Yeah.
In a way, that's so crazy because well, maybe it's not that crazy.
Yeah, there's so many other options. Either, you know,
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, satellite radio. I'm surprised it's even able to, function today.
wave of the future.
Surprised it's not gone the way of the.
Up there.
Those
Yeah.
long travels on the road.
Yeah.
Keep it busy.
With so many free options that
Yeah.
like Pandora,
true.
Spotify.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My phone, connects to the car with Bluetooth as soon as I get in. So,
Yeah.
I just,
Loosen up, honey.
Something you take for granted, like all this stuff. Like if this was today, you don't have cell phones. You don't have all ways of communicating.
Right.
You don't have 50 TV stations. Know everything in
the
5
size of
minutes.
the radio.
Yeah, the
That's a
underground
piece of
method
furniture.
communication back in those
Yeah.
days was CB radio.
Yeah.
That's what you had for an emergency.
A buddy of mine when he
Please,
bought
man.
when he bought his house a few years ago, there was a shed out in the backyard, and inside the shed was an old radio like that.
oh,
Oh,
wow.
cool.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad always had a CB in the house.
Yeah.
You have had neighbors that had police scanners.
Yeah.
Yeah, police scanners were a big deal. I think they might still be to some people a big deal around here.
I remember in the late '90s, Joe's
dad had
got
one
one
of
of
those
those scanners at his house. Let's go. Go
They're like a
listen.
CB, a police scanner, and a weather radio.
Oh
And we're
man,
ready to go.
I'm ready.
We had a buddy of ours had the radio, had a CB, had the police scanner, and it had all the codes like on a sheet of paper.
Yeah, I remember.
So if you were listening to it, you could be like, "Oh, that's a 1033." You can figure out what they're talking about. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, a regular convoy, man.
We'd like listen. We'd be like, "Domestic dispute, let's go," and we'd drive down and try to see it. It was like cops, real life.
132 in Bush.
Cops the Mountie edition. Oh, I'm sorry, you're going too quick. Pull over.
Fire.
Oh, the basement.
This man does not stop.
So much hammering in this movie.
Get this chair ready for burning. Okay, easy on the fuel, bro. You might need that.
I know a lot of people, why didn't they just run for it? They're so slow. But, the radio, the television, everything's telling them to stay in their houses and to stay put. And
Yeah.
normally
Well, I
back
don't
then, you
think they
kind of
should run
listen to
for
that
it
kind of shit.
now.
And
I
part of
got
the reason why they
problem.
wanted you to do that, so that the cops and, the emergency crews could do their job and you wouldn't be out cluttering the streets.
Yeah.
No, I got no problem with what they do once they get to the house. I just think when she was initially being chased, it was one zombie, and she could have easily outdistanced him and ran anywhere. But now they've let a whole crowd gather, so yeah.
I was more or less talking about how it was addressed in the remake. Oh, look, they're so slow, we could just walk right past them. That is.
I maintain that.
I forget a lot of the remake.
Can you walk for 50 miles and not get tired and they not catch up to you?
If my ass is going to be grass, I'm going to try. I'm just all the cars don't work either.
Wednesday. So, cigarette. Calm
Yeah.
down.
He needs one, man. God, he's been busy.
Clear your head.
Fucking Bob Vila over here.
Isn't it the
That's what I was
thing
thinking.
people can't even smoke anymore in the movie? Isn't that a thing? No.
It's
Okay.
like an
Smoking-
R rating, isn't it?
Smoking a
It's
cigarette will
automatic
get you
drug
movie an
use,
R rating.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, thanks, Meathead.
Meathead.
Fat director.
Rob Reiner?
Rob Reiner, yeah.
Oh,
He's,
okay.
he's the one. He had the big crusade against smoking in movies.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they'll say it
Yeah.
like in the description for why it's rated R. It'll say smoking. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's why they
I
call
didn't
it
know the whole
meathead.
story, but it was from that TV show. All in the Family.
Girl O'Connor's rolling in his grave right now.
Mike, when you smoked cigarettes, what was your brand of choice?
Marlboro
Newports.
Ultralights.
Marlboro? Okay.
Yeah.
Camel Wide, son.
You guys have players?
Over the course of the years, I tried about every brand there was, but I came back to the Burroughs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I take it back. I always would go for like a Newport or a Cool.
Cool.
The menthols, baby.
Fiberglass filters.
Get it in you, brother.
Cough up that blood.
So those of you in the chat, what's your cigarette of choice?
I always would put lines of pixie sticks out this time of year and just snort those. That's kind of my gig.
There you
Am I
go.
alone on that? Okay, I thought it was.
If there is a zombie apocalypse, I will start smoking. Why the hell
Yeah,
not?
fuck it then. Why not?
Or what is your choice of cocaine, LA or New York?
Columbia.
What's your
Peruvian!
Black tar heroin.
Yeah.
Classy.
Boot that shit.
I like this house a lot. I think that's one of the reasons I like the movies, because the house, this obviously had a lot to do with how they did the house for the original Resident Evil game, which I love so much.
Yeah.
Which is still my favorite zombie fiction. My favorite zombie fiction is the Resident Evil series. It's not any movie. I don't mean the Resident Evil movies, which are horrible garbage that just use the name.
All the games are just to a certain.
Well, most of the games. I mean, there's a few that aren't that good, but I mean, overall, I really dig the whole main story and stuff. You know, they've done some spin-offs that are kind of weak and stuff, and I know some of the later games are more action-y. I'm dying to play 7. I still haven't played 7 yet.
I've played the demo for 7 several times, and it's really good.
Yeah.
If you're around our age and you haven't played the first 3, you're really missing out. But they're remastering them all anyway because they want your money. So
Code
play the
Veronica's
my
remastered
favorite.
version.
HD.
Which one?
Code
Right?
Veronica's great.
My favorite's Code Veronica, which should have been 3. It made more
Yeah.
sense to call that 3. 3 is more like 2.5.
Yeah. They should have just called it Resident Evil Nemesis and then done.
What's the subtitle for 7?
I don't know.
It's
Is
just
there one?
Resident Evil 7, but they kind of like wrote it in such a way that it's 7
Oh, I thought
looks
they
like
actually
evil.
used the Biohazard for it, didn't they?
They did. They may have. You're right. Might have been Biohazard.
I mean,
It's totally
in
different.
Japan,
story.
in Japan, they're called Biohazard instead of Resident Evil, but
Right.
I thought for that one, the 7 they used, I don't know. Anyway.
You might be right. Actually, full story. But it's like a totally different. Well, what I played, it was totally different. And it's first person. Seems like it's pretty disconnected. But
But that's my favorite zombie fiction. It's the Resident
Very
Evil
good.
stuff, especially the early stuff. All the stuff with the house and the Arklay Mountains, and I like Zero too, and all that stuff. It's really complicated and hard to keep track of, but I've played them a lot over the years.
Well, you're in luck because they're going to reboot the movie series.
They absolutely should reboot the movie series and make them, you know, at least something close to the games. Make them more mysterious and horror than running around the walls doing ninja backflips and.
But Paul W.S. Anderson is directing those.
I got him.
Well, then
why are they even doing it?
Then it's
I'm
bullshit.
joking. I'm joking.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
joking.
I was hoping for more of a professional like Michael Bay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Lens flare.
I mean, they could do a really good
Steven
movie like,
Soderbergh.
based on like the plot of 0 and 1.
Yeah.
You know, I know a movie's different from a game. You can't just have them going quietly from room to room the whole time, but I don't know. I'm sure there's a
Mike,
better
we
way
didn't-
of doing it.
Mike, we didn't ask you what you were vaping tonight.
Same stuff.
Okay.
Jam Monster Strawberry.
Okay. That's your vape of choice, man.
That's my crack.
Movie Man 95 says he is Vape Nation, so he's all about vaping. Stone Gassam says he prefers sativa over indica.
I don't know what any of that means.
Me either, brother. Me either.
I like
Wink, wink.
Split is pretty good.
Excuse
Can't
me
go
while I
wrong
take
either
a
way,
break.
sir.
Excuse me for a moment.
I wish
I just realized that I'm drinking
that choosy.
pumpkin ale,
Ryo,
which
did you
just
get
tastes
that?
like ass.
Oh,
Ryo and Cole, did you get the package I sent you from that I got ordered from Vancouver?
What?
Yes.
Okay, well that's good. That's
I
good.
smoked all of it.
Interesting.
You will never
Was
know.
that BC Kush, right? You sent that to me, right?
Yeah, that was me. That was your boy. Boy from the States.
You my boy.
I would have
That
taken
boy.
off my tie at this point.
Hey, what the hell? Why is weed not legal in Canada yet? What are you guys doing over there?
They're working on it. It's getting there. I think they're worked up about how much they're going to have to charge for it.
Is that it?
They
Just
don't want
tax the
to.
hell out of it, man. That's
They don't
what
want to charge too much and make you go to the street, but they don't want to charge too little and not make enough money. So
I just want
Our
to make it
laws
legal.
were
I grow the
always
shit
allowed
myself.
to do it anyway. Nobody went to jail.
you're allowed to. They're going to legalize that too. You can grow like 3 plants.
Yeah.
Those were the only people that got
Congrats.
arrested. People that
They're-
grow.
They're trying to make the push to legalize it for recreational use here in Kentucky as a way to fund the pension and retirement system that they've absolutely raped and pillaged and destroyed. And it could fund it tomorrow like that. And they're like, oh, that plant is bad. Scary plant. No, scary plant, bad plant. So
I mean, I've seen so many people in pain, you know, with terminal illnesses that it just like totally
But
helps
cigarettes
them
are good.
out, you know.
yeah.
The
It
cigarettes
totally
are
makes
good
their
for
life so much better, their quality of life.
Oh yeah.
That
But
I mean,
no,
you
it's
can't dispute that shit, man. You just can't.
no, but no, it's an evil plant. It's a bad plant.
And cigarettes
it's
good
awesome.
for you.
Plus, it's just awesome all around.
Right.
Put it in your brownies there.
I've always
Like
said
cigarettes ain't a fucking evil plant.
if you could get a
Easy.
buzz off broccoli, they'd make that shit illegal too.
They would.
Into the window.
You know these people are probably because they all have their shirts tucked in.
Saying this guy still has his tie on.
Even during the zombie apocalypse, they're tucked and got the tie.
Unfortunate.
I can't keep my shirt tucked in after a day of fucking work. These guys are like running around, like bootstrapping the house, throwing chairs of fire out and shit.
But the shirts are still tucked
Nothing's
in.
out of place.
Did you guys Photoshop this? Is this a mix of Jay and Mike? What's going on?
Give this guy the t-shirt. Shit is tucked.
Probably have their socks tucked into their shoes.
Bang bang.
Probably.
You gotta shoot them in the head, bro.
So what was the definition of zombie before this? Like, was there a definition?
Definition of a zombie was a corpse that was brought back to life through voodoo magic by some sort of witch doctor, and it was used as like a slave for that witch doctor. They could get him to do things. And they would
Okay.
shuffle around, but they didn't bite or anything like that.
Okay.
That's what zombies were. You could see it in I Walked with a Zombie in 1943, I think. White Zombie, 1931. And that's what zombies are in those movies. They're corpses brought back as slaves for witch doctors using voodoo.
Okay.
I
So
think I
George
might have seen
Romero
with you
made
guys.
a whole new kind.
What's that,
What's
Mike?
your time code count on this?
Let's see. I'm currently at 45, 44.
Wow, I'm only coming up to 45 now.
I'm a little bit in front of you guys. I'm going to back myself up.
There, just hit 45 now.
I'll back up a little bit too.
I'm even with
Are you
Colt.
the
too.
naked ass zombie? Is that where you're at?
I've not made it to her yet. They're fighting.
They're just arguing.
They're fighting the zombies at the door.
Have you
Well,
guys seen The Serpent and the Rainbow?
Yeah,
Every time I try to watch that, I stop.
That's
It's
the movie
been a
that
while.
I've tried to watch twice and stopped twice.
Yeah,
Really?
same here.
Okay.
I just find it kind of dull.
You don't like the Bill Pullman action?
Nothing against
I
him.
mean, I got no problem with Bill Pullman. I don't know. I've only ever tried to watch it on. See,
Oh,
the
yeah,
problem
that's
is I
like
tried to watch it
down
on
in
like
the
fucking
Canadian
TBS or something.
Right?
Don't bury me. I'm not dead.
Well, the female zombie eating the bug off the tree. I don't know if you guys are there yet, but that's the mom down in the basement.
Okay.
yeah, there she is. Yep.
It's got
Behind
Cooper
you guys.
freaking out on everybody.
I still got him shooting out the window.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's like different. If we're all watching like different cuts.
I got that
I'm
ass
watching
going.
probably the most bare bone,
That ass.
shitty cut.
Yeah, there's an ass right now on screen. Hang on.
Oh,
I just got the
Oh, yeah,
introduction
yeah. There we go.
of the new girl. The new girl just showed up.
Yeah.
The guy's
That's
boy.
where I'm
Hey,
at.
Jay, can I get a real talk?
Oh,
that's a real talk.
Oh, God.
Who would you rate that ass? That ass on.
Let me rewind it.
You gotta be sure about that.
I'd go with like a solid
then
6 point.
Immediately followed
Sure.
with
Yeah,
some
I'm going with
titties.
a solid 6 or 7. Yeah.
How would you rate it on a thickness scale, or?
Oh, THICCC with spaces.
Okay.
With
okay.
spaces.
PHAT.
All caps.
Oh,
I mean,
Underscore.
I knew you were a thickness man, Orc. I knew you all about that.
ooh, all about the booty. But, you know, the boobs are nice.
Oh, Woody. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I like plundering.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just came back. I just heard the word
saw the thick
thickness.
girl.
and I thought, thickness of what?
Yeah, I like my McGriddle stick, man. What do you want?
So one of these days I gotta eat a McGriddle. I'll bring it on the show or something.
Oh, you got to, man. You got to.
Yeah.
Jay, like,
There's always
guys
vanilla.
are like,
I'll get a Coke Zero and a fucking
Cheap
McGriddle.
ass McDonald's breakfast.
Live life.
Jay linked me this video of this guy who just reviews food, and he's like really fucking nerdy. So I'm just gonna get him McGriddles. Try not to eat it on the way home from McDonald's, and tell my wife and be like, "Well, it tastes like a pancake on crack," and then just take a big sip of soda. This is amazing.
Wash that down with some Coke Zero.
These are the Wendy's ghost pepper fries. They're a little spice to it.
Ghost pepper?
Ghost pepper fries?
What the fuck is that?
What is going on down there?
Oh, it's madness, man.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, I like spicy stuff, but Jesus Christ.
Bacon,
We
chocolate
just got
covered
French
cocaine.
fries in Canada.
I got a
don't know.
Wendy's right there. They don't do that shit.
Actually, Wendy's French fries suck. Anyway, so fucking ghost pepper them up.
Yeah, they also do the baconator
All right, if you
fries.
can have fast food
Pretty
with a direction,
Baconator
it'll be-
fries?
it will-
Fries? What is
Bacon,
going
yes,
on?
yes.
Bacon
yes.
eater fries.
What? Holy shit. We have
You
the
guys would
bacon.
probably like them. They're similar to probably
They
poutine.
sound delicious. It's got bacon on them. I'm in.
Oh, some poutine ripoff. Yeah, we have. Wendy's does actually have poutine. Doesn't your
You
Wendy's have
have
poutine?
No,
No.
fuck no.
We have
Oh, God.
poutine here.
You guys are
Not here
cool.
now.
Hey, give me that number 2 with that poutine. Thanks.
Wendy's just has,
Frosty?
Wendy's just has those shitty fries that Ryan was talking about.
Or Cole Raho, you need explain to everybody out there who's not up on poutine exactly what poutine is.
It's not complicated.
It's,
It's
not
like-
poontang.
It's like
it's something
poontang.
else.
Yeah.
It's French fries, cheese curds, and
And gravy.
gravy.
The level of cheese may vary depending on the kind of food.
And it depends on where you
Now you
go.
got me saying poontang.
Yeah. Some places, yeah.
Level of poontang may vary.
The level of poutine may vary, but some places it's not really gravy. It's more of like a chicken sauce.
Yeah,
It's like
and you
red.
can just do different kinds. There's a
And I like it with mozzarella more than cheese curds myself. But
There's a
most
place
people would say that's
downtown
not poutine.
that poutine is all they serve. All it is different specialty kinds of poutine. It's downtown.
What are the specialties?
I had some cheese curds for lunch
God, I
today.
can't remember most of them.
You
But
have
there's
cheese
ones
curds
that
for
have
lunch.
like roast beef
Yeah.
in them.
Oh
of chicken.
man,
You get all
All
kinds of
over
different
that.
ones. Bacon and ham. And,
There's a whole bunch of different ones. I don't know.
Yeah. They say that like the squeakier the cheese curds, the better. Again, I go for the mozzarella, but
sure.
You know, the best poutine I ever had was at our ski hill back home.
What was
Oh,
her
yeah.
name?
Yeah.
At the canteen at the ski hill.
Sally. Sally.
Where is that shit? Which place is that? Crap, what's the
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's it called?
The ski mignon.
Benyon, yeah.
I'll be honest. It doesn't sound particularly that appetizing, but I would love
It's
it.
absolutely spectacular. I mean, I can't.
It's
Let me
very.
try.
I like mine with donair meat, which is a whole other
I
conversation.
mean, if you like
Right.
fries and gravy, I don't see why you wouldn't like that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I-
Yeah,
I like.
They don't know what donairs are, Ryan.
I know that's why I said it's a whole other conversation.
no, you've told us. You've told us
Yeah.
in the past. I think.
Basically
Like,
gyros.
I had no idea that was like an Eastern Canadian phenomenon, donairs.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
Because I was
huge there.
talking to Orc like 2 years ago about it. He's like, "What's that?" I was like, "What food you don't know? This is food Orc doesn't know." So I had to look into it.
Donair.
We got gyros, subs, and heroes here in America.
And like the
Basically,
fucking
it's basically
the guy
what
that
to say,
basically
gyro?
invented
Gyro?
it, his store is
Gyro?
like right down the street from me,
Uh,
down on Quinpool. Like the guy that started it back in the '60s, he's still there.
and
Well, I
they're
like French
delicious.
fries. I like cheese curds, and I like gravy. So poutine would be right up my alley.
I would assume.
Put them all
No.
together. Put them all together.
You live in Kentucky. I'm trying to think where you could go.
I just make my own. I just get some French
Yeah.
fries, get
I
some
can make
cheese
your own.
curds, and gravy.
You got
and
it
boom.
all right there. You don't need nothing fancy.
There you go.
Have you guys had fried cheese curds?
There's
Yeah.
They're
Pretty
awesome. Have you had a fried Twinkie? Because I've noticed that a lot of restaurants around here are offering fried Twinkies now.
I've had fried ice cream.
Heard of
Like-
it, but never had it.
there's one place that I know of, like not around here, but pretty close, that does fried Mars bars, but I haven't had one yet.
Like you can get a fried Twinkie at like a fast food joint here, like at Burger King now. You can get a
What?
Oh,
yeah,
no,
exactly.
We don't have that.
I don't even think we have. I haven't seen a Twinkie in a long time.
You know, want to know why? Because you guys
Still
are
get them. My
free
dad buys them
citizens.
sometimes, but they're expensive as hell. Like you guys have your Twinkies are too cheap.
And Twinkies are whack. Chocolate dials are where it's at though.
What's a chocolate dough?
Chocolate covered Twinkie.
Chocolate covered Twinkie?
Fry one of those bitches, and then you're
I
talking.
wish
That's
they
not
kept.
okay, so that's
I wish they kept the marshmallow Twinkie. That was only limited.
marshmallow
Though.
Twinkie. If we had Twinkies, they were regular. I don't think we ever had any of those. I like
States, like you can.
Joe Louis.
Yellow
That's what I'm
Guy,
about.
number
Joe
5.
Louis.
Yeah, Joe
Do you
Louis.
guys? Do they have Joe Louis down there?
I've never been to one. I don't know
It's
what
like
that is.
a chocolate cake with frosting and chocolate on it. Chocolate frosting. Like,
First time I've heard of it.
okay, they're delicious.
It's like chocolate cake.
Joe Louis is like the Canadian Twinkie, I guess. There you
Yeah,
go.
well, it's
Joe
chocolate,
Louis is, I mean, I'm assuming that's a person, right? Joe Louis.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
like, yeah,
Right.
Joe Louis. I'm typing it in the chat.
Off to Google we go.
They're actually half Joe Louis they sell.
Yeah.
You never see full ones. They're always halves. A full
Yeah.
one would be like round, but we get
So-
them in like halves.
We haven't talked about the movie in like fucking 20 minutes. We
I
just
know.
talked about the movie.
As
Once we,
usual.
get on, once we get on the food conversation, it goes
I know,
down
we're
another.
I might
We
even go over
introduced
to
the people in the
Wendy's and get some of
basement. We just pretended they weren't there.
get some of the really crappy poutine because now you got me thinking about it. Even bad poutine will be good at this point.
Stone
Right.
Gas.
Look
Stone
at that
Gas-
TV. That TV is amazing.
Stone Gasman says they should put this commentary on the Criterion Blu-ray. Wing fried Twinkie, it's got everything. I agree. I agree.
I kind of wish that I
agree.
smoked a bowl and brought a huge poutine and just fucking
Like, he-
eviscerated it
It
on
almost
camera.
looks like it's not real. It looks like it's like a prop. It blows my mind.
Oh fuck, those look awesome, Ryan.
What?
I know, I'm telling you.
Joe
I'm telling you.
Oh,
Joe Louis, man.
Yeah, they're a lot like chocolate.
Yeah. That's what we have. Like, that's probably the premier pastry. You were going to get a box pastry?
Yeah, I like every day at
Joe
lunch
Louis
I
is the
had
shit.
like that packed in my lunch when I went to junior high. I'd have like a Joe
Oh,
Louis.
man.
I never really thought about it, but Vachon is definitely a
That
Canadian
or like
company.
puff pastry.
Get
They
your
have a bunch
chocolate.
of
Flake
those. They're
pastry?
what's the pastry one? The flaky one. Flaky.
Yeah, puff pastry flaky.
Yeah, those are delicious. They're
I
also
haven't had that in years and
Vachon.
years. But that used to be like my standard like dessert with my lunch when I went to school.
Here in the States, they basically give Little Debbie and Hostess away. So, like, you buy a huge family-sized box, and it's either you're going to be in a diabetic coma, or you'll, like, actually live through it and get to see another day. So
You should
that's
crack.
America.
Wait. I can order from this website.
You can order up some Joe Louis.
I
Telling
didn't
you.
believe I'm going to place an order.
Yeah.
Your first
Send me
Or-
some chips, or I'm dying.
Orc, have you
Puff
had a chocolate
pastries?
taco?
Yes, please.
What's up?
Have you had a
What's-
chocolate
what's the
taco?
shipping?
I don't think I have, no.
Oh. Look it up.
Next time Sausage Factory, Jay tried.
Oh, Jay, you got to check out Caramel, too. Those things are fucking spectacular.
Oh yeah.
Jay
they
doesn't
come in
fuck around,
packs,
man.
too.
He's a food enthusiast. Still order shit from all over
You have
North
to
America.
try that on camera. The next Sausage Factory, Jay. Give us a
Yeah,
food.
if you're going to
review.
order, I would say get the Joe Louis, get the Caramel. Get the
He's
flaky
not even
pastries.
there, man. He's placing his order. He's fucking in the zone right now.
He's got it.
I'm,
He's not listening to anybody. He's too focused on the.
Yeah.
so many choices here.
What site are you
He was
on?
like,
I sent him to the Vachon site.
Oh,
So he's just like rolling through all the good stuff.
Where's this shit
100%
been all my
focus.
life? Yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna.
thanks for being a part of this Night of the Living Dead pastry / dessert
oh look, you can get
commentary.
full.
We gotta
They've
go.
got full Joe Louis there.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I only see them in the halves.
I see them in the fulls at the superstore and around here. A fair amount.
I think the last one of those I bought were what were they like the half moons or something?
Half moons, yeah. They're
Oh,
just
half-
cake though.
Yeah,
There's no frosting or anything.
they're not chocolate. They're white.
So we got shit up here in Canada too, motherfucker.
I'm on the Joe Louis site now myself.
We got
Yeah.
obesity.
Yeah, we got obesity too. We got it on lock. We got
I
diabetes.
can always trigger Cole though, because they don't. You guys don't in where he lives. You don't have the Humpty Dumpty barbecue chips.
Oh,
and he's
no,
like,
don't
I'm
Humpty
talk
fucking
Dumpty has
George.
forsaken me.
Yeah.
Cole.
And I was like, oh, I got like a full aisle.
I'm not even joking. I'm not pipping it. Great value. Walmart.
Great value.
It's on listening. Great value barbecue.
Yeah,
It's
they're not
fun
bad.
like that. Pretty good. I think they're fantastic.
Old Dutch foods can go to hell.
Yeah,
Old
fuck all
Dutch
that.
foods ruined my life. More assholes out west coming here and ruining my life. Go back to Saskatchewan, Old Dutch. Go back to the fucking prairies.
Have you made an order yet, Jay?
I've written multiple letters to Old Dutch about how mad I am at them.
If it would be cheaper for me to send them up to you guys, I will do that.
You know, I thought I could order on here. I don't know that I can now.
I don't see that you can.
We can work something out. We'll chat.
You have to.
Just I'll take one of everything.
One of everything. Okay.
These things look good, man, for real.
Miss
You've got
Gumsky's Donuts.
You've got the original,
Not heard of that.
the half, the super, and the peanut butter bar. Which do you prefer, Raho?
I go for the full. You're talking about the Joe Louis, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I go for the full regular. So just the cake, the cream. Yeah.
just a good old original. Okay.
Yeah. And the half is good too, but then you just want to eat two of them. It's kind of a waste of time.
It's like pick your death wish.
Willard Medical Center.
How do you want to die? Do you want to die?
I want to die happy and full of Joe Louis.
That's the Canadian way.
That'll be on your tombstone. That was full of Joe Louis. And people are like, who the hell is Joe Louis?
Are we watching a movie here?
Yeah, apparently.
They're still talking. What are we gonna do? There's zombies outside. There's a car with some gas. I don't know.
Movie sponsored by Fashion.
A lot of this stuff here, I feel like they just did like one take on it real quickly. Like
Yeah,
it's
like, get that shit done.
yeah, it's all like you feel like they could do another take on it. You know, it
No time. Keep it moving.
Were these guys eating poutine? Or
No time, no
poontang?
money. Guerrilla style.
Beaver Falls. There you go. Poontang right there. You're eating poontang.
Like, I love how there's society here. Everyone else is getting fucked up, but they got buses and shit.
What's the White House doing in Philadelphia?
Shit does not make sense.
Cadavers.
How sad if you lived in a town called Beaver Falls. Just how much you get made fun of for your fucking town name.
I love this guy's voice.
The scene with all women.
Blairsville. I like how this guy is.
Everybody on TV has big, thick glasses. So you know they're smart.
Nerds.
They only had one kind of glasses back then. Big, black, and thick.
Very, very thick
Square.
ones. Yeah. Yes.
Big black and thick.
Excuse me.
I can say
I'll
black
wear.
and thick. Black and thick.
You guys see some with extra spaces?
Dirty as Jay.
Or
don't-
you made my day. It's the best shit ever.
Just don't say Alan Thick, or this whole show will get banned off YouTube.
Robin Thick.
Rest in peace.
Mike, do you remember the first time you saw Night of the Living Dead? Didn't you say you saw it at a drive-in?
Not the original, no. I saw it
Okay.
on TV, and that told you guys it was like 79 because that was the first time I saw the ads for Alien, so it had to be around May, June of 79. Saw it on the Late Show, and it's the first one of the zombie films that I had seen, so when you're 10, almost 11 years old, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and all the lights are out. It makes a big impression on you.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So I can understand if you'd seen all the other ones first and you were older and then you saw this one, that it might seem lame, but it depends on when you see it, how you see it.
Most people have to see other stuff first. I don't know what the first zombie movie I saw first, but it wasn't Night of the Living Dead, I'm sure.
It definitely wasn't for me. I think it was 990. That's where I go back to. My most memorable is definitely Day of the Dead. Just because the rental copy we had of that was the fucking worst. Were you there, Paul?
For what?
Day of the Dead? When our buddy, I'm going to just call him by his nickname, Sweaty, ate the chicken nuggets.
What happened with Day of the Dead?
We rented it. We rented the movie from the store, and we had a buddy of ours that we told he couldn't eat 40 chicken nuggets, and he ate 40 chicken nuggets.
I was there.
But we rented it, and we put it on, and it was something was wrong. Like, the tape looked legit, but it was completely edited. Like, if a gun went off, the camera went away. If a zombie got killed, like it just cut. It
Yeah,
was the weirdest. It was from the store. It had everything on it looked legit. It was like a made-for-TV cut or something.
Oh,
It was like the
wow.
word. Anyway, it just became like legendary with us, Day of the Dead, because it was like we used to laugh about. I watched that version so many times, and it was just completely edited and sliced. So that always comes back to me when I think of Romero zombie movies, just because it was so weird.
Wow.
Yeah, my favorite one.
Like Joe Pilato's scene is just completely fucking eviscerated,
Oh wow.
just like himself.
Yeah.
Should talk about these guys, I guess, a little bit. This guy is
Nice
such a
haircut.
piece- Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awesome haircut. I like how he's just got little tears in his shirt.
He almost has a Mo Howard haircut.
It seems to me that, like, what's his name could have driven the truck too, but it's like, only I can handle that truck.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a monster truck.
I know, it's just a pickup. I think anybody could drive that, bro.
And as efficient as Ben is throughout the movie, he's terrible. Like, there's a huge logistics problem in this. Like, why didn't you drive it up closer to the pump to begin with? He stops way too far back. Then Ben takes it and sprays gas everywhere. Next thing you know, the whole thing's on fire. It's like,
They're getting chased, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
I fuck up getting milk out of the fridge, so like,
His pants are too tight.
Yeah.
Tucking his shirt and
Some people don't work well under pressure, apparently.
Yeah, which I get, but I just mean it's a little much in that scene. They just screw up so spectacularly.
Now, isn't the little girl in the basement? Wasn't she bitten by one of the ghouls?
Yeah. Yes,
So
she was.
so she does turn into a ghoul because she was bitten.
But she dies
She
first.
dies first.
Well,
Yeah,
but I
so-
mean,
Like,
but,
it's only a coincidence.
but
Like,
everybody,
it's not what Romero intended at the time, like that a bite turned you. It was just that she received injuries that she died from, and then she came back. It's not supposed to be an infection thing at this point, although it works that way. You can watch it retroactively now, but at the time, there was no idea of a bite passing on an infection.
but the bite killed her somehow.
Yeah.
well, I mean, a bite from a person is pretty bad. You could get a lot of like infection from it. It wouldn't kill you, I don't think, in a friggin' day. Even if you were a kid.
loss of blood or something.
Maybe she was already sick or something. Yeah, it's kind of far-fetched. It makes it seem like the bite killed her, it turned into a zombie. Totally. I know how to handle that truck. That truck is crazy. He's got a gear shift.
I said, fuck, man, I just bore all this shit up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think back then everybody could drive a stick. I don't think it was that big of a deal
Yeah.
like it is now.
Yeah, if I had to drive a stick, I'd be dead.
Yeah, I'd be dead.
I can drive a stick. But
I learned many years ago, but God knows I couldn't do it now.
I never learned. I've never had a car that was.
Well, I
Instead
never
of
did
shift.
either. Just somebody taught me, and I think of like for the week that I did it, and then it immediately went out of my head. It's like one of
I
those
had a
things
car
I
that
learned
was-
and then completely unlearned.
manual everything, manual brakes, manual steering, manual transmission.
Man, manual steering's fucking hard. Like people who haven't driven old cars have no idea.
That's a
It's just
workout,
like-
man.
The wheel's huge to begin with, massive wheel, and you're like, "Ah!" I can't handle
Gotta
that.
crank
man.
that Joker, yeah.
It must have been so hard to like drive cars in like the 60s and 70s and stuff.
But they were so easy to fix though, because there wasn't a bunch of extra shit on it. It was really simple.
Wasn't
And it was a
all
whole different feel for the road. I mean, I don't know. Once you get used to driving a car like that, and it's kind of spooky going back to a car where you can't feel anything.
Now you gotta be a computer programmer to fix a car.
yeah.
Burn.
Well, you take it to the repair shop and they hook it up to the computer is the first thing they do.
I
Exactly.
can't even change.
Tell me what's wrong with you, computer.
Well, I'm going to charge you
Why
$200 just to
SUV?
hook it into the computer.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
then, it's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
With my SUV, I think for them to even do like basic like work, they have to lift like a bunch of shit right off the front of the hood. Like you can't even just get it like basic shit. Like you
Oh,
like
wow.
you can do an oil change, you can do, you know, the very very basic shit. But like it's unbelievable what you have to do to just get into a car these days.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of work.
Well, the place I used to take my car, just for them to hook it up to the computer to see what's wrong with it, was like a $70 charge. Just to plug it into the computer. Then yeah, exactly. And then whatever else is wrong with it, then so.
Well, now they're designed to get your oil changed at a place. Go to an oil change place. It's all from the bottom.
Yeah.
Before you could unscrew the oil filter from the top.
You do it all from the top, and then you had a pan under there or whatever.
Then my car tells me when it needs an oil change, and then the guy at the place has to reset that. Otherwise, it'll keep telling me.
Actually, it's funny. My guy couldn't reset it. He couldn't figure out how to do it. I had to figure it out for him. He was like, I don't know what to do, man.
They
punching random shit.
Yeah, they can never reset mine. I always have to do it myself.
Yeah.
And Ben?
Molotov.
It almost looks like daylight there.
Probably day for night.
Hard to tell in black and white.
It was hard to do. That's why it always worked back then. They kept trying it, and the fucking
Why didn't you just pull up closer?
I'm going with them and make sure we get killed. She left that part out. Because she is the reason that they get killed.
There, I'll just shoot at the gas pump. Oh, spray it everywhere. Sorry, I blamed that on Ben. That wasn't Ben. That was him. And now
we are watching totally different versions. I am still on the Molotovs. There we go.
Yeah, I'm way ahead. Everything's on fire.
Same here.
I'm in the middle of you two.
Why the fuck are you driving a truck that's on fire?
Not a good idea.
Very carefully.
If a truck's on fire, I'm not good.
Don't worry, I can outrun this fire. I just need to go faster.
Yeah, we just need to get going.
If I drive 80 miles per hour.
We can go back and fix all this.
This is just an average day in Kentucky, right,
And
Fizz?
he could get away, but her coat is stuck or something.
This was my day today, as a matter of fact.
This is Black Friday.
Fizz voted for this one because he's
Trying to
going
get
back
that curry.
Just replace the zombies with people wanting their Oxycontin refill.
Exactly.
What the fuck are you driving with a car on fire in the first place?
I didn't know this was about methadone.
This guy's got a shirt on.
So much sense.
Okay, serious commentary part. Yeah, this is the part that they shot in Rambo's backyard, right here, this past year.
No, I don't have one this big.
See, that was day for night right there.
Yeah.
There you go. That's day for night for sure.
I've got Ben waving the torch at the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
Gotta get away from the pump. You just gotta
Same
run.
here.
Fuck the truck.
Yeah. Gas and fire don't mix too well.
Nope.
No, I guess we'll find out.
Back then, they didn't know that shit.
Should I spray gas on the
Technology. Science has come a long way.
They just smoke right at the pump and shit. Nobody cared. Dude, come on, bro.
Oh, he's not going to let him in. No way, you're black. This is special commentary.
This is why you never buy a Chevy truck. Right
Making
here.
a statement here. Yeah, Calvin should pee all over that thing.
Now, if that truck had been an F-250 Super Duty, it could have burnt for hours. Not knowing it.
Yeah, dude. Or a Dodge Ram with a
Ford
heavy
Tough, son.
saw.
What are you doing, son?
Nothing burns like a Ford.
I thought this was it. I thought this truck was empty. I don't understand.
No, the guy's like, all right, it's not a caddy. Fuck these guys. They're going to die anyway.
Stop trying to put the fire out, man. Just roll.
Okay, yeah,
If this was remade, that would have been
Oh, like what he hit him with like an open palm there. He did like a palm strike. I think Ben learned some like karate.
That's all the guy deserves.
Maybe he was trying to jam his nose bone up into his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit. Like
That's
a
Boy
range.
Scout style.
There you go.
Touch me again, I'll kill you.
Yes.
Now that should be a live commentary.
I'm ready. Let's do it right now.
Friday night's good enough for football.
That was the guy who got his nose blown up in his brain, he passed away a few years ago too. Trying to think of his name.
I'm surprised he lived that long.
He was the
Nose
pizza
blown
guy
brain.
in Fast Times, is what he's known.
Oh no, that's
No.
a different guy.
Yeah,
That's the guy who got cut up by the helicopter at the end.
Ah, okay.
yeah, the guy that got his nose jammed up into his brain. God, what was his name?
He's been in a lot. Yeah,
Kim Coates. Kim Coates.
Yeah. He's been in a lot of movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this scene must have scared the hell out of audiences at the time. Now they're eating the remains.
Right.
I mean, at the time, this was probably pretty gruesome stuff. They're like, oh, they're eating them.
Yeah.
Had to be shocking. Had to be shocking. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because before this, we didn't really know what the zombies were all about. Now it's like, oh, they're here to eat you.
They eat flesh.
Eat
Lock
some
up that
barbecue.
door with another door.
So who chose the different title? Was it Romero or Russo? Or
I-
no one
That's a
knows?
good question.
Yeah, it's gonna be what, Night of the Flesh Eaters?
Yeah.
I
And
think
then they
that-
found out there was already a movie that existed with that title, so they had to change it at the last minute.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not
Yeah.
sure exactly who came up with Living
Wasn't
Dead.
the first title something Anubis or something like that? I think that might have been like. I think that might have been like the original script was titled something Anubis or something like that.
Night of Anubis. And later Night of the Flesh Eaters.
Yeah, 'cause it
Yeah,
had something to do with some kind of a ancient thing or something. Anubis. I
Yeah,
can't remember
yeah.
what
Oh,
the
okay.
origin is of it, but he felt it was too highbrow and nobody would understand and think it was like a sci-fi picture or something.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he tried to come up with something a little more basic.
Well, John Russo sells copies of the script. Something, whatever, Night of Anubis.
I bet he does. Give me 20.
Yeah. See all the scripts you want.
So the theme was there was a document and Romero just didn't sign it, or
They didn't put the
Copyright symbol.
the
Okay.
copyright symbol on the title.
okay.
Yeah. That little oversight screwed them out of God knows how much money.
I guess it was just like a last-minute decision to have to change the title, and they had to do it so quick and get it out that in the process the person screwed up and
Okay.
didn't put that
Yeah.
all-important little symbol on it.
And that's why they did all this like Night of the Living Dead 3D and this other shit.
This also came out in an interesting window of time in 1968, just before the MPEAA came into being. So anybody could watch the movie, including kids. So kids went to see this like as a Saturday matinee. So there was a whole generation of like little kids or young kids that totally saw this movie in the theater.
Quit being a pussy. It's not rated R.
According to Ebert, the kids in the audience were stunned. This was almost complete silence. The movie had stopped being delightfully scary about halfway through and become unexpectedly terrifying. There was a little girl across the aisle from me, maybe 9 years old, who was sitting very still in her seat and crying. It's hard to remember what sort of effect this movie might have had on you when you were 6 or 7, but try to remember at that age, kids take to events on the screen seriously, and they identify fiercely with the hero. When the hero is killed, that's not an unhappy ending, but a tragic one. Nobody got out alive. It's just over. That's all. So yeah, it instilled a whole new generation a sense of like nihilism.
So he was talking about Night of the Lepus, right? One with the giant killer rabbits.
Now that's a classic.
There you go. Night of the Lepus. Had Dr. McCoy in it.
And was Janet Leigh in that or someone else? Trying to think of the actress in that one.
Or Tippi Hedren, one of those too.
Well, we're coming to the end. It shows all you need is an organized armed force, and these zombies are no big deal. Which makes Dawn seem really strange, because it's just like, I thought they had this thing handled. And then Dawn was...
They were too busy getting drunk.
I like this sheriff. It's
Yeah, so John Russo was one of the writers. Is that
Yeah.
right?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
the guy that
And
went
he-
from Romero.
They kind of
basically,
took
his
two
Return
different
of the Dead. Return
two
of the
different directions with it. John Russo went and did Return of the Living Dead.
Well, he's interesting because he wrote a bunch of his own zombie stuff that were basically direct sequels of this, and people, like in the case of Return of the Living Dead, the producer bought it just for the title, changed everything, which is kind of the story of Russo's career. Everything that he did post this, people like bought for the title and then just changed everything. Yeah.
Was there one called City of Living Dead or Children of the Walking Dead?
He did Children of the Living Dead, and
I think City of the Living Dead is the Italian.
Okay, no, I meant Children. Children of the Living Dead is what I was thinking.
Yeah, he wrote Children.
Jesus.
Did he direct Fear the Walking Dead?
No.
Okay.
He did direct the Booby Hatch.
He did. He also directed the Christmas horror classic Santa Claus, CLAWS,
Ooh,
which looked like it cost about $10 to make.
you know that was good.
I think he did one called
Yeah,
Midnight.
they're all messed up.
He also did the Majorettes.
I haven't seen that. That's been one I've wanted to watch for years.
The Majorettes. The first half of the Majorettes is a super sleazy slasher movie. The second half of it is like a really bad action movie. It's weird. It's the weirdest.
You're selling the hell out of it, I got to tell you.
It's the weirdest mashup I've ever seen.
Man.
Like on a dime, halfway through, the killer is revealed, and then it just turns into a guy running around with an M16 shooting people.
DVD's been out for years.
I don't watch that shit.
Years and years and years. Yeah.
Yeah, he did Midnight and Midnight 2, which I haven't seen part 2, but the first one's bad enough.
I didn't see it either.
Oh, using tools.
I actually watched Majorettes not that long ago, and I did a video of it, a review of it, and I never posted the review because I was like, I'm just too mean. So it's like I did.
It's too much. It's too much.
I was like, the first half of this movie is great, and then somehow it's like somebody popped in another video. You know, when my back was turned, it changes so abruptly to something else. It's crazy. But yeah, I would, if you can find it, check it out because it's pretty funny. I think it may have been on Amazon Prime for a while. Don't know if it's still there, but it was, I want to say.
There's a lot of really interesting stuff on Amazon Prime right now. Like, who would have ever thought stuff like Death Spa would be on?
Yeah.
Like, free streaming, or if you're a member.
So they're not trying to get rid of horror movies, because I know at one point, a lot ago, they were trying to get rid of horror movies. Or
I hope not.
Wasn't it?
Apparently, well, they were talking about that for a while, but I mean,
Oh, okay.
They've taken a turn because they've got.
I don't think they have anything like that up here.
Huh.
It's pretty. The only thing I watch on it is friggin' Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh yeah, I watch Unsolved Mysteries on it too. Yeah,
Yeah.
the classic Robert Stack ones.
Goddamn right.
Oh yeah, of course, Robert.
I'm on like season 3.
So not like the
One of
ones.
One of my favorite Unsolved Mysteries segments actually takes place in Canada. It's the nurse who was stalked for years and then eventually turned up dead, and they think that she did it all to herself. Are you familiar with that one?
Whoa.
I don't think I've gotten to that one. That's not clicking for sure.
That is an awesome.
Can't wait to get to that now.
Yes, that one's good.
That is intense.
Very intense. This woman was mercilessly stalked and attacked for years.
Yeah.
Finally, she turned up dead, and everybody just thinks that she did it all to herself.
Wow.
Wow.
So what shortages of maple syrup will do to you. Yep.
Here's the top review for Majorettes on Amazon is 3 stars, topless only. A few topless women with real breasts.
Great review.
That doesn't make sense.
Is it a verified review though? Because I only trust those. Okay. I don't do non-verified. You know.
Cindy James was her name. If you want to look her up online, it is the craziest story. Cindy James, look her up online. Crazy story.
Still unsolved, I guess.
Still unsolved. Yes, very unsolved.
That's the best part about the Amazon Prime episodes. They actually update them to today. So if like something happened, they like put a little thing in. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's
yeah, cool. I've not noticed that in any of the ones I've watched.
Oh yeah, no, they'll throw in like just a couple of lines of text, like went to jail, recently got out, kind of thing like that. It's like, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, here we go. Good night, mommy.
So this is where Stephen King got the idea for Pet Cemetery.
She's not biting her; she's stabbing her with a trowel or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not at the trowel part, but the trowel part is a great sequence. I love the trowel part. That had to be
happening right now.
Yeah, Cooper is just staggering downstairs and about to drop dead next to his daughter in my cut.
That's where I'm at too.
Yeah, he's just going down the steps. Yeah.
This is what happens. This is how Mike looks like when he runs out of vape.
Rambo's favorite character is about to bite it.
Yay! I'm looking forward to that.
Rambo's a little commentary.
She does save that one lady momentarily.
For a split second.
There is, yeah, see, there is with his glasses.
She like snaps out of it and starts fighting.
I'm not going
to turn around and run back up the stairs. No.
Na na na. Hey, hey, goodbye. Thank you.
Just passes Barbara. As opposed to Barbara.
So if you met Judith O'Day, would you just like punch her in the face?
Well, I think she's passed away, so no.
Did she really?
No, she's still around. She's still around.
Oh, okay.
The one from The Shining. She's the worst.
So yeah.
So yeah.
No,
if she's alive, I would definitely protect her.
I've nothing against her personally. I just
in the history of like
acting or writing,
females in horror, she might be the worst.
That trowel sequence is very effective. The reverberating, delayed screams and the odd noises. I mean, it's nightmarish when you're a kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Ben spoke against the
tattooed on my leg.
Barbara has a turn. She's fighting. Then she sees the dude that killed her brother and then her brother, and kind of freaks out.
Yeah, the trowel scene is pretty trippy shit, actually.
Yeah, yeah. I love the trowel scene.
Ben spoke against using the basement, but that's how he manages to last the night.
It's like all of a sudden it turned into a fucking
orgy.
Rob Zombie video.
Yeah!
Rip off old style or movies in black and white. That's all we want to do.
Yeah, but there has to be a lot
on the back of my Dracula.
All right, guys. Halloween night. Live commentary. Rob Zombie's Halloween, followed by Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Who's with me?
Oh, fuck. I don't do it again. I don't know if I could ever do it again.
Shucks, too bad I have to work that night.
I've still not watched since Halloween 2. I just can't do it.
Don't do it.
Which kind of?
I fell for the trap. I thought it can't be as bad as the first one. Oh,
which version? There's like three.
I haven't watched any of it.
4 versions.
Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
it's just the same movie twice.
Shit is going down.
Oh, look at that. Gruesome. And now she's coming back. Well, they come back fast. And he puts her down. Sometimes they come back. That's a good Stephen King story.
Again.
You guys know that one?
Which one?
Sometimes they come back.
What's the one, like the sixth one called? Like, sometimes they come back some more.
Sometimes they come back for sandwiches.
Some more, again, for real this time.
Maybe other people did.
There's 3 of them.
Is it
sometimes
just 3?
They come back.
Yeah,
sometimes they come back for more, and sometimes they come back again.
Oh, okay.
They all buy him?
That zombie's pants are too tight.
I'm going to guess Mick Garris.
Alexis Arquette's in one of them, and Hilary Swank.
Yeah, no, he didn't write any of those. I'm talking about Stephen King. I don't mean some idiot that made a bullshit sequel.
No, he didn't write anymore. He just wrote Sometimes They Come Back.
He still got paid.
Actually,
Got that bank.
Paid.
From Night Shift.
Tom McLaughlin actually did the first one. I actually like that one.
Yeah, the first one's okay.
Tim Matson, Robert Rustler, and the second one's not good. That has Michael, the guy from Tremors, Michael Gross. And then the third one I don't mind is Stupidity, playing Roner, and I like him. So.
Yeah, I kind of like the third one too.
I should just assume everything has multiple sequels. I should stop being surprised when I hear about sequels to things. Everything has sequels, even things that in no way deserve them.
There's 3 total.
That's ridiculous.
Sometimes they come back. At the end was the second. Sometimes they come back for more was the third.
How are the sequels? I've seen them, but I don't remember.
The second, I thought sucked.
Very
The
good
third,
for a made-for-TV movie.
the third is like a cheap thing rip-off, but I had time wasted fun with it. Because was in April Fool's Day or something.
No De Laurentiis.
Michael Gross and Alexis Arquette.
They're in the
assuming
second one.
he was still a man, right? Alexis was.
Yeah. I think Hilary Swank's in that one too.
Yeah, as the daughter, Michael Gross's character.
Oh, cool.
A world I don't know about. Sequels to things. Any sequel.
It stars Michael Gross. Did you not hear that? Come on, get there, man. Where you've been missing
That
out.
means nothing to me. I have no idea who that is. I don't live in your world of C-list actors.
Hey,
What?
whoa,
Not
whoa.
a name that means anything to me.
Whoa!
Have you seen Tremors 12? Come on.
Yeah. I am
He's
completely out of ammo.
He's survivalist Burt Gummer and Tremors.
Orc, make sure you document that in Cole's personnel file.
No more shipments from Vancouver.
I don't-
Cole, I'm sorry.
I don't slum it in like horrible direct-to-video sequels.
Also document that Eric and Cameron are absent tonight.
They are.
Yes.
You are fired. Sent.
And Ben's dead.
So
And here's
Orc
the
is releasing
Photographs,
Peace
which I'm pretty sure they probably used for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's
And
still
there's Chili Bill Cardille, who's the father of Lori Cardille from Day of the Dead.
That's right.
It
Yeah.
all comes for full circle.
Oh, cool. Now drag him out with a hook. Oh, it's so terrible. And
Barbara.
credit roll. Yeah, not Barbara. Barbara. In the remake, it is Barbara.
Yeah.
'Cause that's not a real name, Barbara.
Barbara.
Does anybody see that episode of Flight of the Conchords where they thought her name was Bra?
I did not see that one. But I love this.
And they were arguing like it's Bra.
Oh, there you
Call
go.
me.
Bill
You're way
Chili
in front
Billy
of me,
Cardille.
There's actually that annoying SNL woman. What's her name?
Cigarettes and coffee.
There's
Yeah.
another one for the fire.
Oh, it just shows up, and he's like, "Where'd you get that coffee?"
Yeah. This shit is
Fucking really.
dank. This is seriously dank.
That's what I would do. Just straight up snatch his coffee.
Yeah.
Hey, Tremors 2 is not a bargain bin movie, Cole. Go fuck yourself, everybody. Rambo, get my back on this one, dude. Tremors 2 is awesome, right? Tremors 2.
Is
Yeah,
is
I
that
really
after
enjoyed
that?
When did the sequels start? Really
I'm okay
sucking?
with Tremors 2. I remember that's the one.
I
where he
enjoyed
keeps
the first two.
What is it, like
Tremors 3 is
Mexican
alright.
style?
What is it just like Reba McEntire running around and shit?
Oh,
That's
she's
the first
only
one.
in the first one.
Oh, it's only the first one, okay. Her character, though. Like, eventually it's just her in the NFL, right?
That's
It's
it.
just
No.
him.
Okay.
No.
It's him and Jamie Kennedy, who may or
Okay.
may not be the same.
Wow, that's bad.
Jamie Kennedy. Jesus.
Tremors
I
5.
know that shit is subpar.
No, that one, that's a bargain bin movie. Soon. You can avoid that.
Tremors 19.
I think the movie's okay. I think the CGI is terrible.
Is there a Trevor's TV show still coming out, or
Yeah.
Yeah, another one with Kevin Bacon.
I was gonna say
with,
they're already.
with the bacon? Yeah.
I watched Bacon last night. I watched Hollow Man last night.
The Baker.
Oh, fucking A. Hollow Man.
Fucking Bacon. Man.
Where you get so many
Yeah, get that
different
bacon.
views of his dick. Like here's
Yeah.
his dick normal. Here's his
Oh,
dick
fuck
without
yeah.
skin. Here's his dick in
Here's his
heat
dick
vision.
Here's his dick
Here's
in a
his
box.
CGI dick. Here's his real dick. Here's his fucking dancing dick.
What did you work on today? Well, I had to
I had to hit a big Kevin Bacon's dick.
work on Kevin Bacon's dick for a while.
For folks that search Summer of Night Living Dead, Kevin Bacon.
Ben just got it on my version, and now it's
Mine's
wrapping up.
long over.
And
Oh,
My
Mine too.
credits are over. It's been done for at least
I'm-
2 or 3 minutes.
Ben is just getting to the
Mine
window.
too.
Mark. Like, this is still
yeah,
going.
good shot. He just
Oh,
got it.
okay.
There it is.
there's another one for a far.
Look, a balloon.
Put this back where the hell it belongs.
I got Fight Club on now.
Put this
sorry.
right,
I'm just getting the photos.
right back in the book.
Mine had just went on to the next film, which was There's Always Vanilla, so I was starting to watch that. I was like, oh, wait a minute, my movie's over.
Oh man, that movie.
It's a hard watch. There's Always
a
Vanilla.
hard
But
watch.
I liked the message of it, and the lead character was a likable guy. I don't know, but it was a hard watch.
That was a hard watch.
All right. Closing thoughts on Night of the Living Dead.
It can be a bit dull in places, but I still really like it. It has just a really great old-timey horror feel, and some really visceral stuff for the time. You know, them eating people and stuff, and the girl stabbing her mother to death at the trowel, and the downer ending. I mean, it's all pretty iconic and memorable, I think. And, I don't know. I'll always like it a lot. It's like the ultimate beef horror movie. The ultimate, but all others come from it.
Rambo, did this live commentary change your thoughts on the film in any way?
Now he just wants to eat poutine.
He's coming around.
That's all he cares about now.
I had more fun listening about Joe Lewis and fucking what poutines are. And no, I'm not. Did not change my mind.
Okay.
I see a little twinkle in your eye. I think you're coming around.
Yeah, I put it around. I put it right back where it belongs in this book. I'll never see it again. And throw it in the fire.
That's where it'll stay forever.
Yeah, I'll stay in that book forever. So that book is closed. Fuck it.
Mike, closing thoughts, Night of the Living Dead.
It's flawed. All right, it's not perfect. I will definitely give any of its detractors that, but I'll echo Cole's statement. It's a classic looking, feeling, old school horror flick that has some genuinely creepy moments and some very effective sequences that still get me to this day and draw me in. The house is a character. I think we mentioned that unto its own. I love the house. I love the setting. Some of the acting's uneven. It's up and down. But overall, I like it. I don't know. It's a classic to me.
Okay. Stingray?
I love the movie. Obviously, we have some differing opinions here. I was just trying to see the version I just watched on Amazon. They're saying that it was butchered, apparently, all the ratings. I was trying to determine what exactly. So that was a different version from whatever the one you guys are watching.
Okay.
So obviously it was some different, a little bit longer, apparently.
Okay.
But no, I love the movie. It's a great one to watch around this time of the year. It is, like Mike said, it is flawed, but still enjoy it quite a bit.
Okay. What do you think, Raho?
I enjoyed watching it. I know I ragged on it a lot, but I do enjoy watching this sort of stuff around Halloween. This is the kind of stuff I go for. And I don't know. I think in a lot of ways it was just it just hit the right marks at the right time. And you know, I don't know if it's any better or worse than a lot of the movies that came out at the time, but it just happened to land. And you know, interesting, you know, casting the black lead, and it just became an icon, you know, in its own right. And I think he did a lot more, you know, impressive stuff after this, but it was a great way to launch a career, and you know, a very decent movie.
Cole, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I'm with a lot of, when something starts, something offers the originator of a trope or genre, you know, first doesn't equal best, but I mean, everything that came after is owed to this movie. It gave us the modern zombies. So all the great zombie films we've enjoyed in all the years since all owe something to this. It all started from here. So you can at least respect it on that level, that like, if you have like some zombie movies you really like, well, they wouldn't be possible without this, because it really defined what the modern zombie is and kicked off a whole new sort of monster to be used in horror and fiction and stuff. And we've seen all the things that sprung from it. Lots of great stuff, lots of bad stuff, lots of forgettable stuff. But I mean, that's how it goes. But yeah, whatever your favorite zombie stuff is, like I said, like for me, like Resident Evil or fun stuff like Return of the Living Dead. I know a lot of people like the Walking Dead comic and show, stuff like that. There's still some zombie comedies out there that have been pretty good. Zombieland, Shaun of the Dead come to mind. You know, it's probably zombies became sort of back in vogue somewhere in the mid 2000s again with Shaun of the Dead and with Land of the Dead coming out for Romero to do that, and the market probably got oversaturated and we got some really, you know, kind of boring, predictable, shitty stuff. But I mean, that's okay. I mean, that's how kind of every genre goes. They have their highs and lows and stuff like that. And I'm sure there's still lots of great zombie films too that are yet to be made. And there's a lot of cool foreign ones that have different sort of takes on it that are kind of neat. Like we didn't talk about like Fulci. Fulci did such a great job with Zombie, sometimes called Zombie 2.
Yeah,
stuff like that. And there's some cool Asian stuff out there. I love the Japanese film Wild Zero with the band Guitar Wolf with the zombies there, and I don't know. This is a lot of fun stuff.
I like Versus.
Ace, do it. I'd be to recommend that to everyone. That's a super
Ace, do it.
Biozombie is another good one.
Have you seen Versus, Cole?
Yes, I have.
Fuck yes.
That's great. That's great too.
Yeah, that's great
stuff.
stuff.
And you know, what's his name did when you know, like Dead Alive.
Peter Jackson.
Yeah, the Peter Jackson. I mean, that's the one, isn't it, with the lawnmower scene?
The lawnmower scene, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a great moment in zombie history too and stuff. So
What
I mean,
about-
all this stuff?
What about
House
House
of
of
the
the
Dead? Man, I tried to watch House of the Living Dead and maybe even got a whole half hour in. But man, it hurt. It hurt. It's just there's movies that are bad that you can just like laugh at and have fun with. That's not one of them. That's just one that's just the whole time it just feels awful. And Uwe Boll has that quality with a lot of his movies where there's nothing fun to even take out of them. If you're trying to watch them, especially by yourself, they're just like, this is garbage. I'm wasting my life. That's how I feel watching his movies.
Orc, your thoughts on Night of the Living Dead?
It's not the most entertaining, but to me, it's the best one overall. That's the dank statement of the night right there.
I was just going to say, we just did a 3-part tribute retrospective to George A. Romero. What would his career have been like if he had started with There's Always Vanilla and there was no Night of the Living Dead?
We probably would not be
We'd
sitting
be
here
having
talking
this show. I mean, if you look at it like that, I mean, it's a very important film for horror and especially for George Romero, and we wouldn't be doing 3 shows, talking about his films had this movie not been first or made.
I agree.
I feel like it's really easy for people nowadays to go back and point out the flaws. But when they made this film, there was nothing else. So, I mean, you got to keep that in mind when you watch this stuff. How low the budget was, stuff like that, and it's not like, oh well, I'm just going to go watch this other cheesy CGI fest over here. People have really short attention spans, and they can't. It seems like people don't enjoy like a good tension build anymore. They want just a boo scare, like just constant boo scares instead of I don't know what that's all about, but this film's all about the tension build for me, and I think that's why it works so well.
Definitely. Orc, what have you got for us tonight in Orc's Corner?
All right, we just got basic memes. We're getting back to basics here. Down with the dank memes, Orc's Corner.
You're a basic bitch.
I want you guys to fucking just watch some horror movies, play some Friday the 13th, have a good time, Taco Bell has this new taco that's actually an egg, and that's what the shell is. Get one of those. That's Orc recommendation of the week.
Okay.
Just enjoy. It's fall. It's October. It's the best month of the year, and if you disagree, you can shut the fuck up. So, yeah.
Taco Bell has a new taco.
I'm gonna send you a picture.
Taco Bell.
Send you a picture of this fucking thing.
I gotta see
Breakfast at Taco Bell, man.
Taco Bell egg. Naked egg taco.
You Canadians thought you knew what it was about. You thought you knew
I thought I know what was up.
But you knew what it was all about.
I knew tacos were missing something.
Wow, so they made the taco out of an
Tacos
egg.
were missing egg.
How do you
God
keep
damn
at the forefront of everything that's going on in the world of food, Orc? How do you keep at the forefront of that?
How do you do this shit?
Knowledge is power, baby. And, we're America. We got the fucking egg tacos. Get on our level.
You got egg.
Go.
I don't even know.
No one is on that level.
Well, if you eat that
God
many
damn.
McGriddles, you're either going to become the smartest person on the planet or dead. So,
I am gonna order you right now. I'm gonna order you some Taco Bell right now. Just check this shit out. I can choose the pickup restaurant.
Oh, I do that
That
all
is
the
to me.
time. Hell yeah.
That is legit. Wow.
Extra ground beef.
Extra.
Why not? You're not driving.
That looks. Yeah.
let's dust off a segment that we've not explored in a while. And let's journey into the world of Jay the Stingray and his spotlight. What's in Stingray's spotlight tonight?
Stingray spotlight. We got a. Let's see. What do we got today? On the spot for the spotlight. Yeah. See, I wanted to give a shout out to a film called Body Melt.
Okay.
This is an Australian body horror comedy from 1993. Really cool film. I saw it. I've been wanting to watch it for a while, but watched it, and it's really good stuff. Like really cheesy.
Okay.
Highly recommend it.
Body Melt. Okay, cool. I have to put it on my list. Yeah, it's all about this energy drink, and these people they take this powder and mix it up, and they drink it, and then they just slowly start melting. Their bodies get all deformed and shit. It's really cool. Cool. I have to check it out. That sounds awesome. Well, let me tell everybody the plan. Next week, we're going to take a week off. We're going to decompress after we've done 3 straight weeks of paying tribute to George Romero. And then we're going to come back the following Thursday with a tribute and a live commentary for Tobe Hooper. We're going to do a Tobe Hooper tribute, and then immediately following that, we are going to do a live commentary for Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. So that's deficit. Mark your calendars, not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, the last Thursday in October. We're going to pay tribute to Tobe Hooper and do a live commentary for Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So that'll be
Thursday the 26th.
Thursday the 26th. Yep, that's it. All right. Want to give a big thank you to everybody out there who's been with us to help pay tribute to George Romero these past 3 weeks and who hung out with us tonight and watched Night of the Living Dead. Have a great, safe, and happy Friday the 13th tomorrow, and we'll see you guys on, what was that date again, Orc?
October 26th.
Thursday, October 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys have a great one. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace
Later.
out.
Later.
#poop